And your boy Friday the Southern Band charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to trust.
So folks, thank you for watching Spoon TV. The President, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai, is today officially beginning work here at the Executive Mansion. The President is about to disembark this Monday as he is officially beginning work here from the seat of the Executive Mansion of the Republic of Liberia. Sylvester Cholople has been here. There he is, His Excellency President Boakai is about entering the Executive Mansion. This historic journey on today. President Boakai has entered the Executive Mansion to start working since he was inaugurated on the 22nd of January 2024. His Excellency makes his way to the presidential lift.
Areas in Nigeria, including Aslam Town, MMG Gold, Firestone, all places are now having military questions. The people of Cape Mount feels that it is the intention of the government to intimidate them, especially the workers. Especially the workers, because the BMC comes with multiple problems. For those of us that come from Western Liberia, there are labor issues. There are issues of demand for good working environment, and even the communities are demanding. There are a lot of issues surrounding the operation of that company in Cape Town. To see that all of a sudden the area is singled out among many other concessionaire areas to have deployment of military personnel. It is both concerning, and I will be interested in having that discussion off camera, if you will. Thank you.
Definitely.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We will definitely discuss that with you.
Thank you so much.
We want to use the opportunity to welcome Senator Edwin Mavis Snow, Bobby County, to cross-examine the nominee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman, thank you. Let me take this time to congratulate the nominee. I have a few questions and concerns. Yeah. And I need to do full disclosure. In my entire life, General Johnson, I've not said this before, but that means to be one of my favorite persons that the guy is disciplined. I admire you about your profession. You're a very professional man. And my admiration for you, as you know, is not just from here, but the work you've done outside of here. At the round of ECOWAS, I chaired a committee on political affairs, peace, and security. So I interact with the different military in the region. and the respect that Mr. Johnson has brought to this country. I mean, you see, the prophet is never respected in this room, but he is doing well, and I want to publicly commend John Johnson for the work. Many years ago, I served Liberia as president of the Liberia Football Association.
All of my colleagues were upgraded. The city did not know that some of what they are undergoing is not your fault directly, but you are the bosses. And so they tend to blame you. And if you were to wait until the budget comes to the house, you may be too late because the competing priorities were just not being okay with this. So have you engaged in some of the priorities?
I just want to say thank you to the Senate Chair on Defense, Intelligence, and Security, Senator Chair, who was also in that meeting that provided, and we had to clarify a lot of the issues they raised. We agree that it's an understanding that I care whether I eat home or not, I will blame the head because I'm not having it. And we're explaining it to them. The controller and the HR with the team of AFL Jump Start have started working on the recast budget. A lot of things when it comes to promotion, like for example, I was not captured into it because of what they presented. We have added additional, and will be coming to present that when confirmed to say, look, we got about 300 personnel that are not capturing 2023 promotion, so please look at it in that month. So, even you will be surprised that the budget that was submitted, our wage bill, our total was short more than 1,000 other thousand that the controller had brought to my knowledge. That's the first thing for current person we have. We're also going to have, like she said, there's always a room for special projects where you can put in special projects that we did the last time as Senator Sekwe talk about when we did the recruitment in 2022. So we're looking forward to that. The issue is we have already reassured them that all these private, because the issue of low salary, I can't say anything that the finance will maybe look at what revenue generated to see how we can take up. And we don't want to also be saying that there are people in the tax security sector. They got to look at. But we're ready. I don't know when we need to come back. Chief, you can decide on all security personnel to say minimum 400. I said, we fuck. I want you to come back. That would be the start. Then we work on even power generation. We got a 1 gigawatt thing going on. Because they feel a lot people get from government. We cannot. In the barracks, we got like 6 hour current. Thank God that LEC is going on that side. Because you cannot run the EDK barracks on power on fuel. A lot of you have generators move. They have already captured the fuel at least to give 8 hours current. Like we said, we told them say make it 50 hours. And you know 1 megawatt is what per hour you run the generator. Almost 205 gallons for 1 hour for 1 megawatt. So sometimes the issue, yes, we talk to them, we reassure them that we'll handle some of this. And thank God you have the chief of staff who's not going to be dealing and bringing most of those things to me. I'm already aware and we have already started addressing. But one thing I will tell you first, sir, I don't think they need to do the cost analysis to even just increase all security personnel, please. Sorry, for us at 200 we have minimum. If you have another 200 on them, make it 400 cents. That is the start, and we'll tell them say, because you cannot recruit without having accommodation. We currently have some places people are sharing rooms. So we need to renovate before we recruit. So if we have the same 2 million last, we'll go back and finish Coast Guard base, the remaining places there. We'll go back and finish dwelling, the remaining food like that. We'll go to Lofa and finish what is there, and then go back to like Camp Tori. We got almost 82 buildings there. That we say almost 600%. We just need to renovate. So I'm hoping, even off my hand, I just tell you, the city did, like Honorable Secretary said, the 2 million, just now we got the 2 million for special project for accommodation and increase salary. That's the start. That would help. We don't even need to come to say bring some dish. All we do bring the technical aspect now to provide the 2 million and also what we're increasing all security sector. The DEA said I show the RG also said the same thing for police officers. I'm saying the same thing that you don't need to call us or to just increase all our salary, at least minimum 400 hours work. And then they'll get the understanding that yes, there's something being done.
So specifically about budget, my chief, yesterday we had a very good meeting. We had a very good meeting with sincere and Homo Savage. And I told the senators that once we are confirmed, we will do a full presentation to this August Valley through his own intervention, so that you can see exactly what we're talking about. Everything we're talking
Area for you, but I didn't know it was this serious. Hmm? This man, I've been following him since what? 2000?
First in the 97 when I
1997.
yes.
When he was first convicted, and I heard so much about him. BBC came to interview him. He said it for a long time. He was smaller than most of us here. And out of curiosity, I wanted to see a man who God had delivered from so many atrocities. They had all kinds of needs. But guess what? I was never ever afraid of him. For some reason, God told me to look for him. And way back, I was in the city hall when BBC sent to interview him. I sat there, he told all the stories. One thing that got me glued to him, he tells you exactly what he has done. And he asks for forgiveness. There are times people watch you, they listen to you. Then a preacher will get up, he will say, thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do this. But it will not move you. But if you follow that person's lifestyle, and it sounds like what he's telling you, you will definitely follow the person. But the person tells you you should not see, you should not follow kids, or you should not do this, and the person is doing the same thing, you think you'll follow them? So I watched him seriously. He didn't even know I used to visit his house at all.
Yes.
I met his wife, a young lady, and I was surprised that she was so brave to marry to a man who everybody has thought. There are all kind of ugly things about him, and I'm really scared for her from that. They will be following him. So right now, if you tell me anything bad about this man, you have to beat me. But I will not. You can also make it.
Yeah.
I tell people, my son hates for me to tell you. I was 10 years old in a village way in the bush. I didn't speak a word of English at the age of 10. They took the grace of God for some bastard woman to get me from there and brought me this far. So if somebody else can feel sorry for one little girl, go way back. Little does she know, I wish I was alive. But one day I will be called first lady. It was the grace of God to take me all the way and bring me thus far. And that same God is still alive. He can do it for you. So too, why you have to work on your own part. No pretension business here. You have decided to leave the streets. Your friends are watching. They will say, "Nah, man, we don't come back." No, and when that man can't feed, he will come back. But you have to prove to your friends. You owe it to Liberia. You know, when people ask me, how do you feel being a first lady? I said, I feel very bad. And so why? Even the white people, I feel very bad. I said, because the young people, I said, only property we got. The only property you got are your name to make sure you defend it and protect it and your children. If those two things go above, you got nothing to show. You got nothing. So I am happy that someone can make a difference. He can take all his resources that God has blessed him with to invest into you. So I'm begging you, don't take this extra lightly. That man is not a rich man, but God has made him to reach out to all of us. See, his mother, really, she want to be enjoying her son. They benefit now. And he decided to invest in you. So make use of this opportunity. I'm surprised. I just thought the man was clean. I used to see him on what? Social media talking plenty. I said, I don't believe in talking plenty. I believe in vis a vis, saying it face to face.
Amen.
And that's why I came here. I didn't come to see you to tell the truth. I was not expecting this big group. Like he told me, they had all of you had to go home because of the situation at the farm. But I'm happy that I came. So when I go back, I'll tell His Excellency, I said we've been overlooking Blaise project, but it is about time we go there and see what.
Spoon TV, Spoon Spoon TV, Spoon Entertainment.
Well, it's another great day in Monrovia, and I'd like to welcome you to the show that takes you to bed. And I'm talking about that platform that gets Liberians glued to their radios, their TV sets, not just in Liberia, but across the world.
And your boy Friday.
And so I'd like to say welcome to the late night show. Of course, we're here again tonight live on the Spoon Network, Spoon 107.5, Fabric 101.1, and Super 95.5 FM. The late night show is where we gather with diverse views to talk about the trending national issues. Sometimes bringing you face to face with the newsmakers to talk about the way forward. How can we make Liberia better than what it is now? So we're here tonight. We're online as well. Spoon TV, Fabric TV, and Super TV are places you can find us. You can also find us on YouTube at Spoon Talk Live. My name is Nelson Colette. Let me just go across now and bring in the rest of the team because we need to start. Liberians are ears waiting to hear what it is that we have here today for you. Yes, the Monrovia, Liberia. Yes, you said I'm blurred. Yes, that's true. I'm gonna work on that. Thank you for the feedback. Let me bring Moba on. Moba, welcome. Thanks for joining the show tonight. I know you're always taking a zip on something before joining us. That's okay.
Man, my medication is water.
Medication. How can water be medication? You got Josh looking in the opposite direction. How can medication be?
George not know that. The reason I tell
Josh
you
doesn't know that.
medication, water, if you drink more water, the more you drink, the more you urinate a lot of stuff in your body.
Oh my God. Okay, let's forget about that medication.
And that's medication.
You can take it anyway.
Oh, there you go. I know it now. I can take it anyway. Mobile, you serious problem. Anyway, it's nice to be on again, guys.
Welcome, man. Welcome, Francis Jabate. Welcome to the show.
Morning, good evening.
Why is Jalau sending?
Let me take my medication.
Oh. Just say everybody have to take that medication. So, George, I hope the way you took, not George, but Mama, I hope the way you took your medication, all is gonna be well here tonight. Because you've taken
Man,
your medication, man.
No
this.
interruption. No interruption. You not take
The guy is
medication, so
always
that's
leaving
good.
his
I mean,
microphone open. What's going on?
I know. I play coming from. You not post on it.
But
Send it to the group chat. And I play one come here.
uh,
We're not going to that
so
place because
uh,
we're not get talking on that thing on Tuesday.
Cindy, welcome to the show, man. How are you today?
We get fun alive.
I am doing great. How you guys doing?
Yeah, we're okay, and it's good to see you.
Yes, sir.
It's good to know that you are up again. The flu
Yeah.
did not hold you down.
No, I'm
Yeah,
up.
doing what we've committed ourselves to do for our country, for the Liberian people across the world who are eager every time it is about this time to know what's happening. And so it's a good thing that we're here again tonight. I'd like us to just go straight into it. What's on your mind? 1 minute each. But before doing that, can we recognize a few of our folks here tonight? I think it's important we do that because a lot of them. So kindly share the program as you come on tonight, please. Please share the show. If you're on YouTube, share the program. Give it a thumbs up. If you're on Facebook, Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV, share the program, please, as you come on tonight. Let's have a great show. I see W Kofa Eastman. He says he really wants to provide information. What is the information you want to provide? You have an information you want to provide. Wait, let me
But
find.
Nelson, you are missing the most important comment here. It's from Hans Gola King Joshua. He
No,
says, hold
that's all the way down. I decided to come up to where the
on.
comment started
Okay.
from. So
He
maybe
says, good
somebody will
evening. And yeah, how it's important. He said, good evening, Honorable Nelson Colette. The man say, anyway, I'll leave it at that. You'll get to it.
Okay, I'm not going there. I know Officer Haynes Johnson is up for something.
Mm.
Okay, so if you have an information, just WhatsApp this number. You say you have an information that's you Kofa Bestman. So I see Margaret Wallace. Yes, you say you what's doing here? Oh, what is he doing here? Who now? Okay. Anyway, Emmanuel Sharif, thanks for joining us tonight. James Wade, thanks for joining. Blow JP Harris, thanks for joining the show tonight. DJ Do, thanks for joining. Alaska Peters, J. Alaska Peters, thanks for joining the show tonight. Amma Freeman, we appreciate you for being here tonight. Nixon Nimlin, thanks for joining. Godfrey Moore, thanks for joining. Amma Freeman, Amos Juma, and of course, Ellen Freeman, Philip Malin, thanks for joining here tonight. Hey, Philip, it's good to have you on. And then D. Monrovia, who says I'm blurred. Thanks for joining. We appreciate you for being here tonight. Mr. Sandy, you want to go on? Mr. Jarau, Sandy.
Certainly. Let me recognize Francis Fala. Francis, good evening from my end. Marta Zakote. Marta Kote. Moses Mobolu. Moses, good evening from my end. Kona Gota. Kona, good evening. You always here. Let me recognize Mr. Harry Do Tape or Tape Jr. Mr. Harry Do Tape Jr. Good evening. Love Masale. Good evening from here. Wilhelmina Harris. Wilhelmina, good evening from my end. Injo, I'm not going to try the last name. I don't want you to kill me, but Injo, yeah, let's just leave it. On God. I think it's on God. Got it. Injo on God. Mind that.
Ongoing.
Ongoing. Thank you. My man, I'm not for that side. Josh Shelton. Josh, good evening. And John Bobo. Good evening from my end.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. Francis?
Let me see. Where did he stop? We got Obadiah Deborah. Good evening. Who else? One second, guys. Obadiah Deborah. We got Keto Morba. We have Samuel K. Collier. I'm sorry if I messed up that name. Mary Finda Yuma. Good evening. Let me see who else we have here. We have Lane Lackmore. Sorry, good evening. Bella Soiree, good evening, good morning. Antonin Zer Wowa, good evening. Who else? Who else? Pierre Per Campbell, good evening. Stephen N. Dubber, good evening. That's what I can see from here. George, you see anything new? George, we
Josh,
can't hear you.
you mute, Josh.
I can see from my end here, Stevie N. Undobo, who says good morning, watching from Brosville. And I see Daniel Tachion Dripper, and I see May Tapla and Jay Carter. Nicholas Payne, and that's the end of the list here from my end here. Guys, welcome. Thanks for joining us every time. We wish you a good stay with
Cindy,
us
you
as we
call
go
name from
about.
on YouTube?
But YouTube appears here as well.
Yeah,
It
we
makes
call
here,
for
yeah.
both.
Yeah, from both.
Yeah, okay, but I think I call it. Yeah,
At least
Oscar,
they are
right?
consolidated. Yeah.
Bada Suarez say I can't see. Bada man, I can see. Just that somebody near, you know.
because
I
I
know
know, but I call Baladi now. All the message.
Yeah, I can see. Bada, I can see.
that.
Jacob Morris, welcome.
Yeah, that's good. And Roberto De Silva, he said, "Good morning, fellows." Yeah, that's the end of the list. Henrietta Kona
So
Morgan.
would that start? What on your mouth for like 1 minute? We can start from
Thank
you.
you.
Josh, we can start from you. And that's
Good. Look, guys, what's on my mind? I think what's on my mind come from the sister program, Spoon Talk, where they had an expert that came on the show today. He's an electrical engineer, and how I appreciate the Trey. I appreciate everything he does. But here's what I'm gonna say. He made really good presentation. But here's what I want to say to that. I feel like the problem with LEC in Liberia is not about expertise. I think it's about investment. Because if you say during the dry season there's no water in the dam, an electrical engineer cannot put water in the dam. He cannot let a Niji. But if you are or electrical engineer, you cannot refill the rivers. You cannot put water in the rivers to make them to generate more power, to flow down and get into the turbine and to make it a spin. It doesn't work that way. I think we need to invest in a solar farm. I think it requires investment. It does not require any electrical engineer to come there and make any miracle. So I think we should look at the nitty gritty of the problem we have instead of superficially finding solutions to it. I think we can still make inroads by investing into our grid, our electrical grid, which is to add the solar component to it. That when it's raining, we have not the solar, but the hydro to generate power. And then when the sun comes up, we get the solar panel or the solar farms that we're going to have to supply power. I think that would be a great thing, because the good thing is that we can store the power even during the sun in batteries. You know what I mean? Because we got it here in Australia. We get the farm that can store the battery. They can and distribute it later on. So I think it's something that we need to look at instead of criticizing people who are doing their best to make sure that people get power. But the good thing is that there's no longer CDC in power. There's no longer George Weah in power. I think it's the problem now. It lies on the lap of the current president, President Boakai. I think he has to make the call, and whatever call he makes, will determine where we go from here. So,
thank you.
Let's have a wonderful show, guys. Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you. Jarayu. Francis.
Yeah, I was going to talk about something else. Yeah, I was going to talk about something else, but our brother George coming on and talking about this fellow on Spoon Talk earlier today. I think he misrepresented what the brother said. Maybe he, correct me if I'm wrong, George probably caught the show in the middle of some, but he didn't see it from the beginning, because the brother was, when the brother spoke of the dry season, he did not say engineer can put water in the dam. The brother was answering or responding to Asik Doe, who always coming on there trying to blame the current administration for the lack of electricity in the country, saying, oh, when they were there, 80% of the time, people had current for 18 hours a day. Now it's like 6 hours or non-existent. And he failed to realize that, and the brother answered correctly. The brother said, remember, this dry season. And the dry season intensifies as the season goes on. So the water level drops every month or every few weeks. That's the reason why it's happening now. It will even get worse. And just like what George said, the brother also mentioned that we should not only depend on the hydro, because we know everybody was born in Liberia. We know we have two seasons, rain season and dry season. He did not even put that only on this government. He said from time immemorial, we fail to realize, prepare for this issue. And the brother also talked about solar farm that George just mentioned. The brother spoke about that. Also wind turbine, so that during the dry season, we can be able to use the solar and the wind energy to power our grid. And then during the winter time, I mean the rain season, we use the hydro. So George, don't make it sound like the brother was was saying something that he didn't know about. That brother spoke eloquently today. He was 100% in control of the subject matter, and I really learned a lot today about our NEC situation going on. So yes, I was going to speak about something else, but I just couldn't let this go because it would be a disservice to the brother that came on and eloquently educated our people today. So he was responding to Asido. Asido always have the habit of coming on Spoon Talk and talking about this government have been in office for less than 3 weeks or maybe 3 weeks. They have dropped the ball. They are so terrible. And George Weah was there. I was in Liberia in 2022. The last time I checked, that was George Weah government, 2022 January. When I hit the airport, the sun, the heat smacked me in the face. I almost got back in the plane, but I didn't have my ticket right away. I went home. Anytime people come to our compound, the children in the neighborhood, they say, we can always tell the boys that came from America because they never wear shirt. But the place so hot, we in the fence, we never wear shirt. We just walk around shirtless until we come out. We know Corey was not even stable. We had generator running almost 12 hours a day. When Corey comes, like Christmas light. So he shouldn't come on Spoon Talk and trying to make it seem like, oh, everything was so peaches and cream during the last government, and you want to talk about we shouldn't make it about CDC government and unity party. Exactly why it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Sandy.
Man, the freedom friends say hi on the show tonight. But I'm looking forward to a good show, gentlemen, Shelley, and to the folks in the comment section. I'm looking forward to a good show. Look, we spoke on the issue of the fire service department last night due to the fire outbreak at the Senator Sir Joseph residence. I haven't heard anything tangible from our government, or at least from the fire service department today, regarding that issue. It is my hope that the leadership from the fire service department, the leadership of the Republic of Liberia, will take the issue of fire outbreak very serious in Liberia, and that we will start to pay attention to that sector. Fire outbreak has become very frequent lately in our country, and it's unfortunate that we cannot address the issue. We have just 4 fire engines in the entire country, and as we said last night, the 4 fire engines are currently down. The issue of electricity, the issue of fire, I think they are very similar. And George, I'm glad you brought it up. Look, there is no reason why countries like Liberia that have a lot of sunshine shouldn't be going in the direction of solar panels or even wind turbine, where we have a lot of wind across the country. I understand that the wind turbine may be a little bit expensive, but we must prioritize certain things. I live in New Mexico, where we have more cold and hot weather, but I have solar panels over my house. The house I'm living in right now, 25 panels over this house, that I enjoy free sunshine, free sunlight. I don't have to worry about getting electricity from the city. I enjoy free sunlight, solar panels. Liberia have a lot more sun than New Mexico. And people in Liberia, individuals I know are going with solar panels. Our government must be very innovative to start moving in that direction. Obviously, what we have right now is not working. So we should change our direction. Let's supply the people with stable electricity. Electricity, running water, road connectivity, the healthcare, those are key. Those are important areas that we must prioritize as a country. I think it's time we stop making excuses. We have people that want to come to our aid. We have people that have come to our aid in the past. People are genuinely willing to help Liberia. I don't want to put any blame on any government. I don't want to sit there and say it's George Weah's fault, it's Madame Salih's fault. We have a sitting leadership now. Whether they are 1 day or 2 days or 2 weeks in power, we expect them to start looking into the right direction. I'm not saying that they will face the issue that they met there overnight. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that we can encourage them to start thinking in an innovative way so that Liberia can start making progress in the right direction.
30 seconds.
Making excuses will not help us as a nation. Electricity is important.
Thank you.
Bring stable electricity to Liberia, and you will see young men and women getting into the private sector, running their small businesses, pour water here and there, juice here and there, and people can feed themselves. You go to Liberia right now, you cannot barely stand outside. Our UCEO word, Conor Gray had to call him so he can console him. I'm sure we have friends that we can call to console as well.
Thank you.
No, it's very serious. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Shelley, you want to say what's on your mind quickly as we.
Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone in Liberia. Good afternoon, everybody around the world. Good evening, good morning, wherever you find yourself. What's on my mind? I think we need to add education to tonight's topic. And let's talk about our children's future. Let's see what are some of the things that need to be put in place for us to have a better education system. I'm open to for us to talk about health. I think it's important when they take people to the hospital, especially pregnant women and young women are dying almost every day. I know a friend of mine who her young daughter passed away. She went to give birth and couldn't she didn't have anyone. Well, no, they took her to the hospital, and whatever reason they ended up doing a C-section. The C-section was not done the right way, and they sent her home because they couldn't keep her in the hospital. Sent her home, went back to the hospital for emergency, and now she is not here with us. So I mean, we need to talk about this stuff. What are the things that the new government is putting in place right away? Because these stuff are emergency things that need to be put in place when it comes to healthcare. Our people are dying every day. Let's talk about that tonight. Let's reach out to the president. Let him put some kind of emergency measure in place. Let our young people start dying from childbirth. People is really I'm really sad tonight to know that almost every day someone in Liberia is dying from childbirth.
Thank you.
You want me to go on my mic? Oh, we late.
Okay, just do that. Just do that quickly, Mova.
Yeah. I would just talk about the access declaration today by the president. Last time my brother Josh were all here and we're discussing how the president don't want to disclose his assets, all the one. And the president is the president. Is the man of his word. Anything he say, he will do it. And first of all, before he gave me the power, he said he will come and declare assets and come and do drug test. The drug test was the first. He did it. He did a drug test, Everybody was here. George was here saying that the president wanted to do drug tests in their city. He not leading the way all the one. You know they did. The president did. And secondly, he declared his assets. It left with the access recovery people to publish it. It left with them. If they want to do it, that's fine. He care. He already gave it to them, and you saw it on video. So, and you see, that's what we're talking about transparency, right? We're talking about transparency. If you say something, make sure you do it. The Act of 2014 code of conduct require every government to declare the assets. I can challenge you, your past government. Your president took almost 1 year before he declared. I'm talking about the ministers, all the other people that they were appointing and other stuff. They never declared the assets up to today. Representative, CDC representative have not declared their assets. You know why? Because they know what they have, what they have taken from the Liberian people. I submit, Nelson.
Yeah, and this is very
20,
important.
20 seconds, 20 seconds, please, Nelson.
No, yeah, and if
No, we're
if
not
the
going back and
asset
forth.
if the asset declaration something is what you want to respond to, then I can tell you that it's part of our talking point. We were just about.
Nelson, you're breaking up bad.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Yes, we can hear you.
So I was just saying to
like
Moba.
the entire platform.
That you.
Hi, alone.
Francis, no, that Francis got to lock off and come back on.
Am I breaking up?
Yep.
Francis is clear from my end as well.
No, he breaking and coming in. That's why he telling you say you breaking in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it yummy.
Okay,
can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I was just saying that the issue of asset declaration is very important, and that's what we were just coming to before Moba did his closing. It is important to talk about this because this is something that is required by law. You know, this is something that officials of government should do. All right. And President Boakai made mention of that yesterday. I want to get this I want to get something coming in here. But
the video? The video, Nelson?
Okay, you can share that with me as well. There's something else I want to get coming here. But so the president declared today, in line with what he said yesterday, he declared today. He was able to say exactly what it is that he's coming to government with. But I want us to get a copy. I want us to get a portion of the code of conduct. I want us to get the code of conduct. There's something I want us to take a look at as we move on with this discussion tonight. It's very important. Did we see this happening during the leadership of former President George Weah? Well, that's a question that a lot of you may want to find an answer for. Did we see this? Now, if you go back, there was a publication in the All Africa News on the website, the All African News, where it was published on the 9th of December 2019, when President George Weah was sending a caveat to his officials, calling on those people to declare their asset. There was a point when the president had to even warn them that, in fact, if they don't declare their asset, the ministry the Ministry of Finance or the Finance Minister Samuel Twe should hold back all other allotments that are supposed to go to them. That if they don't declare their assets, they shouldn't receive their allotments. Well, 5.2 of the Code of Conduct is what mandates all of those officials of government to do just that. But now, under President Joseph Yuma Boakai, we've seen asset declaration. He spoke of it yesterday. And today he's coming up to declare his asset. But I want us to go back to the code of conduct, and there is a debate that some of the folks have come up with, and based on that, I want us to go back to the code of conduct. There are folks on the other side who think that why it's commendable, why it's something that we should appreciate the current president for. There are others on the other side who think that this asset declaration should have been done before the president took his seat, before entering office, on or before the 22nd of January when he was inaugurated. There are others who think that he should have declared his asset. And I mean specifically some of those from the CDC. This is exactly where we've heard some of these arguments coming from. So based on that, I want us to go to the code of conduct. But let's have you coming in, Cindy. I want to do some quick adjustment here on this. Okay, so let's start from Francis. Sorry, Francis, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You're coming in. Okay, but go ahead, Francis. Take on the conversation from there as I try to make a quick adjustment.
Asset declaration is important. I don't care if it is law on the books or not. For a country like Liberia that is so underdeveloped, so in ancient days, it's very important, because how can a country so rich in natural resources and the people are so poor? Less than 90, up to 90% of the people are living below the poverty line, but the rich people in the country are government officials. That speaks volume. That tells us why it's very important to declare assets. You see, we have this notion in Liberia that are hurting us today, where we can look at two people that go into government. One person come out rich, we say that man did well for himself. The other person that come out poor, we say, look at how foolish man, or look at how foolish woman here. You work for government, not do nothing for yourself. The difference between those two people is the person that came out rich, the money they're supposed to use for the country, to develop the country so everybody can enjoy, that person took that money and used it to support their own family. The person that came out poor or average used the money for the people, for the country. But we will disgrace that person that did the right thing, and will uplift the person that stole the money. So that's the type of mindset Liberian people get, until we can disassociate ourselves with that way of thinking. Our country will not go forward, and that's why it's important that people declare their asset. I know people want to say why Jordan Poga didn't do it before inauguration. How much time does he have? Has he had so far to still enrich himself for 6 years? He's been in office now for, let's say, 3 weeks. In 2018, did Georgia declare asset, I believe, in July, but he did not even make it public? And guess what happened? And when he was feeling building all a condominium there, I bet he put all of that on his asset declaration, saying that he had it before he became president.
Thank you.
That's why it's very important that we declare our asset, so we can know what they keep me with, what they leave with.
Thank you. Sandy.
Well, I saw the video today where the president was somewhere declaring his asset. I did not see on the document what exactly was declared. And maybe if you guys saw that, let me know. I think, to me, that's going to be very important. I don't know if the document is on hand, so maybe I'm poorly informed on this topic tonight, because I do not have any documentation, or I've read somewhere to say exactly what was declared. So if any of you have,
Sandy, it was not published.
Okay, so yeah. So let me just come in with that. So as part of the process, the asset will have to be declared. Cindy says, for example, how much is coming into government with. I have X amount of data, or I have X amount in properties or whatever. And then Following the declaration, that asset will have to be verified. All right. So not just you coming to say I have this amount, but you have to be verified. When it is done, when the LCC has verified it and stuff like that, then of course you can move to the next stage where you can make it public or what have you. So this is the first stage, saying what you have, and then it will have to be verified or validated.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Nelson. And the reason I brought that up, or pointing that up, is that we saw that when DeLong declared his asset, immediately it was public. Okay. When Yombly declared her asset, we had access to that documentation, I think, instantly. So perhaps when it comes to our president, it's a little different. But I mean, the first step is important. Okay, where the president will go and declare his asset, we need to know. We need to know what you are coming in with. And by midterm or maybe every year, let's know how far you have gone. Have you reached yourself overnight using the Liberian people resources? So it's important. The step is important. I mean, it's commendable. But I don't know if I want to go into detail without knowing the detail of the declaration. You know, where is Mr. President Wakai? I mean, what does he have? I want to know all of that. We've been hearing for many years now that President Wakai is a clean man. Oh, John, I think you get some feedback, brother. Yeah, I'm hearing some. Thank you. He's a clean man. He's corruption free. The man been working for government for 44 years or 40 plus years, and he been living in the same house. The man is corruption free. In fact, he's a broke man. Enrico still have to do GoFundMe and all of what we've been hearing, right? Well, now I'm very interested to know what is actually in his asset declaration. And I think once that is published, then maybe we can come back and discuss it. But just for the fact that the president did this, I mean, we can say that's a good step in the right direction. And we will hope that all of our elected and appointed government officials will do the same. Let us know what you are bringing in, so that when tomorrow, when we start seeing you building sister condominiums, then we will not be guessing where they may take the money from. We don't want to guess the same way we've been guessing about George Weah overnight wealth, right? George Weah came in, a man's a footballer, he was a millionaire. Some people say he was a former millionaire before he became president. And instantly he started building mansions, condominiums. Because the asset was not published or it wasn't declared up to today, we are still guessing where that man took the money from. So if my brother using Fagon, who was just appointed, if Fagon built a mansion, I know Fagon don't have a penny. When we start building mansion, let's know where Fagon got our money from. So hopefully Fagon also will declare his asset.
This is very important. Does asset declaration guarantee a transparent administration? Now we're going to come to that aspect, folks. We're about to take on this conversation, but let me bring a portion of the video here. I'm going to read a portion of the code of conduct, what it says exactly, and then we can take on the discussion from here. But let's watch a portion of this video when the president went to declare his asset today. Let's see if we can have this coming through. Okay, so I think we have
declarations. So we'll show you that these declarations will be held in strict confidence. So I will turn this over now to administration and then start the process. The president will now present his
All right, can you present this for a notarized?
and present it to
Commissioner slip, which is the acknowledgement slip, to prove that we are found the NCC. You want to speak up if you want to. Okay, so we're gonna review it for correctness. After reviewing the issue, acknowledge mistake. That's that.
Okay, so
issue for prosecution, so within the next term of court. So again, we are also working on another case with respect to news account that's supposed to take place in my TV. So there's a whole lot going on with respect to investigation. And we also be talking about the issue of decentralization of the work of the commission.
Country of the future, for younger generation, we have to do the right thing.
Mr. President, you just declare your assets. What does that mean to you?
You know, the problem we have in our country is that we need to set example as leaders. And when we say things, we should do that. I would like to say today I declare my asset because I believe that's what we're doing. And you have to start with yourself. If we want to prosper in this country, we want to develop, we want to make this country a country of the future for younger generation, we have to do the right thing. So I have to declare my asset and make sure that they find out what I'm bringing to the table so that in the future I can be judged by it. And so this is the fulfillment of my promise. Yesterday we did a drug test. Today we have declared our assets.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Mr. President, now you have declared an asset. What next? What next step are you taking?
We made some commitments in 100 days, and we are pursuing them. We're going to do them for the Liberians. I tell people I'm not here for presidency. We are here to make sure our country will have a new beginning, honesty, transparency, and making sure it's serving to Liberians.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
So there you have it. There you have it. The president today said he declared his asset because that's the right thing to do. He declared his asset because it's part of the promises he made to the Liberian people. And he's ready to kick the ball, to hit the ground going with respect to the fight against corruption and everything. I mean, you listen to the president. Cindy, does asset declaration, and I just want us to take off from here now. Does asset declaration in any way promise a transparent administration? Does it guarantee transparency in any administration? And now, despite it being a code of conduct, a legal requirement for public officials, does from your own analysis of this whole asset declaration thing, I mean, what's your take on it?
Nelson, it is the first step. Does it guarantee transparency? It is an initial step for transparency. It is an initial step in the right direction to lead with transparency. When the declaration is done rightfully, asset declaration for an individual, for a leader, is not limited to that individual alone. What do I mean? President Boakai should not declare assets only belonging to President Boakai. President Boakai should declare assets belonging to him, his spouse, his children, his close alliance, his close
There
ally.
you go. There you go, Cindy. I mean,
It's very
his,
important.
his
Let me go.
his fiancée is not the president. His kids are not officials of government. Why should these people be in the business of declaring their assets?
Nelson, often leaders or people in politics steals not directly through themselves, but through family members and allies. Through family members, monies are put in the names of children, spouses, and close family members. That's why when you read about asset declaration, it tells you that to fully declare your assets, you must declare assets of individuals, businesses, organizations that you are affiliated with. Those that you have some sort of affiliation with, you must declare their assets as well. You, Nelson, what is your affiliation with Spoon? Do you have any investment into Spoon? Can we declare that? Your girlfriend, if you are married, your wife, your fiance, your sons, your daughter, your cousins, people that you are close with. Once you are unable to tell us the detail of your affiliations and the monies that you may have or some sort of assets that those individuals will have in your name or on your behalf, it makes it very difficult then for us to know your full assets. Asset is not just money or houses alone. It goes beyond that. Businesses. And I mean, we can go on and on. So to declare that, you must disclose all of that detail to us. So that tomorrow, if we think President Boakai is stealing from the Liberian people, and if we should audit his son, for instance, can we then compare what the son has now to what he may have few months from now? Let me give an example again. I hate to come back to President Weah, but I've heard in the news that right before President Weah left, his son refused a statement his father made that a house or some property was being built by the son. And the son came up and said, no, that's not true. Maybe I'm lying, but I heard it somewhere. Okay, maybe I'm
No,
lying.
you're right. That's the
true.
I'm
president's
right.
life.
Thank you. I heard it somewhere. Do you know why the son distanced himself from that? That son asset in the West, the clubs he's playing for, what he's doing, are not hating. The people know. So if you are going to attach himself to what his father said, they may question him. Asset declaration is not limited to the individual alone. It goes beyond the individual. So I will hope that whatever the president has declared will disclose everything that the Liberian people need to know, including those that he's close with. I mean, have some close affiliation with, businesses that he's involved with.
Thank you.
And wherever he may have monies or properties, so that we will know if Boakai is truly corruption-free in the next year or two. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Cindy. Now, if you go to the very code of conduct we're talking about, this is 10.1 of the code of conduct, declaration of asset and performance bond. It says every public official and employee of government involved in making decisions affecting okay, let me enlarge it a bit. Making decisions affecting contracting, tendering, or procurement or issuance of license of various types shall sign a performance bond. No, this is not the portion. This is not the
Next thing
code.
you're talking about the 2014 code of conduct.
Yeah, that's the 2014 code of conduct. Let me get that portion coming up for you now. This is
I can
not
read
it.
it. I can go.
I actually wanted us to display, but if you can read it from your end.
Access declaration is a legal requirement under the 2014 code of conduct law,
Yeah.
which mandated public officials to declare their
No,
income,
no.
assets,
I
and
want us to
liability.
get. I want us to get it coming in February 10. But let's hear from Josh. Let's have Josh coming in with his own point on this one.
All right.
Sorry, Josh, you can go ahead. Let me try
Well,
to get this one.
yeah, so Nelson, thank you very much. And I just want to inject this. Look, I often come on this wire or on this platform to criticize DeLong. That DeLong had $3.50 in his account prior to assumption of his office as senator. And I think 3 years later, he had more than 70,000 United States dollars in his account. And I don't think there's any cause for concern. Even if he stole that money, but he made it public. And I don't think there's any way to actually verify, what happened. But he's working, so he should have money. That's the thing. Our president now, President Boakai, he said, I will declare my asset and publish my asset. He did not say, I will declare my asset and GSC will publish my asset. He said, I will declare my asset and I will publish it. Now he has declared the asset. Now we're waiting. We're sitting down waiting for him to publish it. And we are here. We want to clap for him because he declared his asset in Zobush that nobody saw. He declared it in one Manila folder and gave it to a lady who went 2 pages and then sealed it up. I understand that everything in this government must be ceremonious, that people will come, it will have ceremony for declaring asset, ceremony for drug test, ceremony for something else I don't know, maybe is going to come, ceremony for donating ambulance to him, for it to be at his house. I think these are the things that are wasting our time as a people. President Boakai should be a president enough to come out to the Liberian people and say, this is what I have. Dillon did it. He declared as and published it the same day it was on the internet. We all can go and we can even say whatever we want to say, but it was there. This president managed to declare asset in an office where nothing, we don't know anything. And now we think that he declared asset and we should be happy here that he declared asset. It's a shame on some of my colleagues here who will want us to be cheering for this guy. President, we are declaring his asset. The same thing in the bush, in the Zoo bush. And you were here yelling, talking all lot of things. Now your president went ahead and did the same thing, only because for his own camera was behind him when he was entering the office. And now we should be clapping. Oh, he's done well. He's done well. That development. Yeah. That why people not sleeping in darkness anymore. That development. These are the things that what our Liberian society or our people will continue to live in abject poverty because we make sentiments of little things. The same president we had that what Baka has done to declare the asset. We don't know what is in it.
No, but
Josh,
everything the president is doing here is by law. All right.
But the law has changed.
So,
the law said publish it. The law said publish it.
But the
new law said publish it. So the law requires. Guess what? George Weah was right because at the time George Weah declared his asset, the law did not say publish your asset. But now the law requires that if you declare your asset, it must be published. You must publish your asset. So now the president has not even fulfilled the law, and we are here. We want to be clapping for him. It's a shame on us. But the thing is that Liberian people, they understand that President Boakai declaring an asset in that Zoo bush when nobody saw it. He alone saw it, and that girl who was behind the counter. I envy her. I wish I would heard to see exactly all the loan that that Echo Bank, because he's saying he get plenty loan in Echo Bank more than 5 times he went there to get money from there. So I envy her. I wanted to see how much he was crediting every time. The 5 times he said he credited. It is a shame on us for us to hail this man for doing something very ordinary that President Weah did. Nothing new. Just declare after you declare, but no one knows what it is. But we should be clapping. It's a
No, no,
shame.
no. This is
I
very
I think the
important.
president, the
This,
president is,
this,
is president is trying to make a joke out of us as people. But I see our friends here; they are healing him. They are jumping up and down. It's a shame, guys. But
okay,
Nelson,
so
go ahead.
it's very important in the case of the legislators. In
Mhm.
the case of the legislators or the legislative branch of government, they declare with the secretary of the Senate and the chief clerk of the House of Representatives. In the case of the judiciary, they declare with the clerk of the Supreme Court, and so on. And that is being received by the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. In the case of the executive, they declared with the General Auditing Commission, the GAC.
GSC.
But that's besides the point. Um, Following the declaration, public officials can be penalized or even dismissed in the case where they falsely declared their asset. All right. So, following the declaration, it is the next stage here has to do with verification, and this is where now the GSC is going to be going into the asset that has been declared, as you heard from the representative there who received the asset from the president. Says the president said is notarized, and they're going to they are verifying. So, Josh, isn't it prudent enough to hail the president, considering the fact that he have declared just 2 weeks into his administration, as compared to President George Weah, who declared more than 6 months after his entry into government?
Nelson, look, I don't know why we should be based on this, comparing President Bouakai with former President Weah. Look, former President Weah declared as a 6 months later, and it was an issue. And the law says before you take office, Bouakai went to office. He still broke the law anyway. I don't know. I don't know why you guys want us to be saying here, and I see people saying 6 years. Do I care about 6 years? I don't care. But the thing is that we have to say the truth. We have broke the law. Waka broke the law. Simple as that. But then,
Thank you.
even when it take one day, you still broke the law. And the thing is that my brothers are here want us to say, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah," because President Waka declared. I said, what did he declare? What does he owe? Who does he owe? Nobody here knows. And then he said he declared. And when he said it, he said, I will declare my asset and I will publish my asset. He did not say they will verify after verifying it and then they will bring it back to me. You declare what you declare and we will look at it and see what you own and what you owe.
Thank you.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. But look, here's where we are. People are defending. I've been there. I know what defending is. It's hard. You guys got 6 years as well to be defending. Thank you.
Nelson, before we go further, can we please read that law? What is requiring the extent the declaration should go? Who should be included and all that? The people in the comment that they are killing me, but they don't understand what I'm coming from.
So in the first place, Francis, I see your hand up. Alfred, I want to say welcome to the show. We're gonna take Shirley next, and then Francis will give you 20 seconds here after, and then we take Shirley next. But I want us to go. It's unfortunate that I'm trying to get this thing up, but I'm having some difficulties getting to get PM. Let's go to the exact portion that has to do with this whole asset thing, right? So 10.2. Let's start from 10.2. Okay, no, let's start from 10.1. Every public official and employee of government involved in making decisions affecting contracting, tendering, or procurement and issuance of license of various types shall sign performance or financial bonds and shall in addition declare his or her income, asset, and liabilities prior to taking office and thereafter. Prior to taking office and thereafter. Okay, let me get this portion up. I think we had it up previously. All right. Prior to taking office and thereafter. So, what are the different time interval? A, at the end of every 3 years. they should declare the asset. B, on promotion or progression from one level to another. C, upon transfer to another public office. And D, upon retirement or resignation. So these are the conditions or the basis on which public officials are required to declare the asset. But it doesn't stop there. 10.2 goes on to say the declaration of personal asset, income, asset, liabilities, and other performance bond as may be required shall be logged with. And this is where it talks about where the legislature, those in the legislative branch should log, where they should declare, and so on. But there's somewhere very interesting I want us to get at. Let me try to remove this. There's somewhere really interesting I want us to get at. And then Francis, you will come in shortly. This is very important. And then okay. So it says in all such declarations shall be accessible to both the public employer and the general public upon a court order, as well as the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the general, and the General Auditing Commission, and so forth, for investigative purposes. The declaration shall be promptly updated by public officials and employees of government upon subsequent changes in his or her interest in her asset and stuff like that. So you go down to where it has to do with sanctions for false declaration. That's 10.3. It says every public official and employee of government shall declare and affirm that his or her asset is accurate to the best of his or her knowledge. Any statement in such declaration found to be false upon verification shall lead to summary dismissal and other measures provided by law. I'm sorry I couldn't put the latter portion of that up, but this is what it says, Josh. It didn't go to say family members, wife, sons, daughters, and all those people should declare. No. The person who came to the Liberian people for employment, the person the Liberian people employ, that person is supposed to declare. What if the son has nothing to do with politics? That son is past 18, is a full-grown man. That person needs privacy, their own life. How do we drag President Bakai's son, for example, into this whole asset declaration thing? Especially if he's not in politics, he's not a public official. But
and Nelson,
let's get Francis come in with his 20 seconds.
okay.
Then we'll take
I want 20 seconds as well, please. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's amazing how they say when a man is drowning, and even razor blade pass in front of him will catch it. Now what George and the CDC people are doing now, and they will do it for the next 6 years because they are irrelevant now, so they want to stay relevant. Hopefully they get recovered in 2029. We know y'all will come back, whether you get a good still a barrel or not, y'all will still come back because you gotta do muya muya. But the issue here is this: there's procedures in place. The people campaign say, I make my asset, I declare my asset, I'll make it public. Okay. You want to hold in word for word when you can sit there in the same breath. You, the last time, talk about talking from both sides of our mouth, but you are talking from everywhere on your body because you did not speak not once about George Weah declaring asset 6 months down the line. What the Papa has not even been in office for a month and he's declaring an asset and you want to jump at his throat. The law declaring asset and publishing it, he has his own free will. He can go ahead and publish it, but the Papa want to make sure his stuff, in my own view, make sure it's verifiable. If there's a house that he said was $2 million, it should be verified through an appraiser coming and say, yes, at the time of the declaration of the asset, because property value fluctuates, it goes up, it goes down. So if he declared an asset and he said the house worth $500,000, at the time he declared it could be accurate. But if it was not verified, and the next time I come back and say it was $300,000, we'll say he lied. Or if he can come back after he leave office and that particular property worth $1 million because of how the environment or the community has developed, they will say, but what's going on here? So we have to make sure all T's are crossed and all I's are dotted. So start grabbing for short, but you got 6 years.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Francis. Now, yes, Josh, we're gonna give you 20 seconds, but let's hear from Shirley, and then we'll give you 20 seconds. Shirley, your take on this issue?
Josh, please put your phone on mute, yeah. Thank you very much. Um, First, I want to say I personally think the president, declaring his asset today is commendable. He's setting that tone as a leader to make sure that the other leaders can follow through because there are a lot of other people that haven't declared their asset yet. So the president, he said that he's just setting that example. However, though, he promised the Liberian people that he was going to declare his asset way earlier than he doing it today. So we can all agree and disagree here that, he did not follow through with that promise. That asset declaration was also happening way before today. And he did say that it was going to be public, and I'm so confused. I know everyone is I know Nelson said that he's reading what is in there that they need to check, which is good. They need to check to make sure whatever he have on that paper are actually things that are for him. But then the question is, so are you telling us that the other people that declare their asset where they make it public the same day, or same meaning that that asset was declared, they did it the wrong way?
No, and that's a very important point there, Shirley, because if you go back to Senator Dillon, for example, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, they all declare their assets. Fine, beautiful. They declared the assets and they made it public the same day, on the same day.
Right.
But
Right.
it depends. Now I want us to go back to this information I just posted. Those people have different places where they make declarations. Oh, okay. So it's not captured. So that caption you see
So Nelson,
10.2
I did
is at the
understand
end.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
don't want you to go through reading
no, no,
that to take
I'm not
my
going to
time
read that.
away, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to read that, Shirley. But what I intended saying is that uh, for them, they declare with the clerk, the secretary of the Senate. That's where they
So
go to
does that
declare.
mean that it got
So
verified right away? I think that's my
yeah,
point.
because
Because
yeah, they are declaring right there at the Senate with the secretary of the Senate. But for the president, he is going to declare with the GAC, the General Auditing Commission,
and I completely understand that
Mhm.
based on protocol is supposed to declare their asset different places. But I
Yeah.
think my confusion here now is, are you telling me that when the senator then declared their asset right away, somebody was somewhere to verify that whatever they had on the paper was right?
Yeah,
Because
perhaps
if that's the
because
case,
Mhm. Yeah,
so I
go
don't know
ahead.
why Francis putting his hand up, but
No, I
I know
just want to say
Francis
that
is
they
gonna
have the right
talk.
to publish it without waiting for verification. It's on them. The paper is not responsible to do what they are
So,
doing.
so I don't know why Francis putting his hand up and talking. I don't, I think I have the right as a Liberian to be able to ask these questions. And all of us sat here, we supported the president, and I did. I advocate for him, but I also need to make it clear that I'm not a UP or citizen. I am a Liberian, and I have to ask these questions to make sure that our people that are watching
Hmm.
and maybe have the same question. They don't have the opportunity to be here to ask that question. I'm asking that question for them. So we can understand that it is confusing. So my thing is it comes down to the same, going to go do drug tests. We need to have protocol in place that we're going to follow. So one leader cannot do it this way, and then another leader doing it that way. So how about what stop the president or somebody to tell the senator that you are doing it the wrong way? That's the wrong way, because the right way is once you declare your asset. What I'm hearing is, and I have all of you putting your hands up. I hope Nelson can have your talk later. But what I'm hearing is that when you declare your asset, you have to go through the process of it being verified. Correct?
Yeah, yeah. And
So
that's
why
why
they
there's
said
really
that?
a provision that if they go and do the verification and it is established that you falsely declared, there are actions that can be taken against that public officials as per the law, even up to dismissal. That person can be dismissed if they falsely declared. But that's following the verification. That's when you get to know as to whether this person um, declared falsely or declared their actual asset.
Exactly, Delson. So now, all of you here are putting your hands up to talk, to clarify things, because yet we are here for Liberian, and we need to make sure that we are passing the right information to our people. As
Yeah.
people that are on the radio, people that are here watching, are taking their time to cut their sleep, we need to pass the right information to them. So we can all agree that Senator DeLon and the other people that declared their asset that had it published the same day, they need to go back for that asset to be verified before we can count it as legit. Correct?
And you're right on that. But Shirley, again, let me say this. All right.
She's not right, Nelson. She's not right.
No, no, I'm coming, George. That's why you're gonna have your 20 seconds. Um, I sit here not as spokesman of any group, all right, but as a journalist, and I know, yeah, you guys want to start this thing, but as a journalist, I will say what I know about these things, right? So the fact that the legislature declares somewhere else with the secretary of the Senate or the chief clerk, and then the executive declares with the GAC, Shirley, it means that the verification process is different at the two levels. Is different. There at the legislature, the person who's supposed to verify the right there. The secretary of the Senate works right there at the legislature. So I'm not saying a yes or a no with respect to that which you want to find out. But what I'm saying is that the fact that they're declaring their asset right there means that there are high possibilities of this verification being done within
Okay.
time.
So
But again, whether it is something that will be done the same day, that's what I can speak to. So it's a
now,
kind of
so
yeah.
I don't know, Nelson. I will let you go to someone else before you go
Mhm.
to them though, because I watched that live thing when Senator DeLon declared their asset. It was
Yeah.
something that was sealed up. He gave over, the
Yeah.
person opened it, and they published it. So are you telling me that it was already verified, sealed up, and
No,
so
it
it
can
was
be.
okay for him to publish it? I mean, you don't have to answer that question. So
Mhm.
that is where I'm confused at, because I can tell you now it wasn't verified, but it was published. So if the
Wow.
president is doing it the right way, then we need to follow that protocol to make sure that it's verified before people publish it.
Yeah.
Or if Senator DeLon then process was the right way, then we needed a president to make sure that his asset was shown today to all of us. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Y'all can ask your question, guys, and y'all
Thank you.
don't try to
And I
scare
think
me.
Shirley has a point here,
Then
guys.
the una female,
I
y'all don't
agree.
scare me because
Yeah.
I keep
Yeah.
ready, okay?
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
Don't try to play
don't
the
be
female
don't
card, girl. Just speak your
don't
point.
don't be afraid of
They
the
couldn't fill out
intellectual
female card,
punches.
though, Francis. He was
Don't be
now.
afraid. Don't be afraid of the intellectual punches. The fact that you're here, be ready for the
They couldn't
intellectual
fill out
punches
female
and
card.
everything. But this is the point. I think Shirley has a point here because the law is clear on verification following declaration. All right. So yes, we know that they're all declaring in different locations, GAC, one N and XYZ. But was it verified? And I think that's a very good point that Shirley raised, because in a case like the president handing his asset over to the GAC, Josh, please mute me. I know you're frustrated over this whole thing. But like the president handing his asset over to the GAC in the folder or whatever, Senator Dillon did same. He handed his over. But at what point was the verification done in the case of Senator Dillon? Or did he verify? Uh, did he declare or make it public without verification? Well, that's another thing to find out. I think Senator Dillon
Yeah, Nelson, let me comment, please. I
Yeah,
can't wait
Papa,
now.
go ahead.
I'm really pressed. I don't know what is difficult to understand here by my sister Shelley. I think she does not have a point. Here's why she does not have a point.
Mhm.
There is a punishment that if you false declare, right?
Yeah.
That means the first one you send to us is legit, should be legit. You understand that? That means if you done it wrongly, if you lie to us, you get punishment. So that means the one you've given to us is legit and should be published. If you lied, then of course criminally you will be held liable or some punishment will be levied to you. So when you publish, when you declare, you have to publish. That's what the law says. You have to publish. They didn't say so. So you want the one that the one that GSC is certified with that, or the one that that GSC wants to publish, that will be published. No, the one you declare, that's what will be published. And then if GSC go and check and find out that you lie, they still come back to you to punish you. And we will all know. So they should publish it at the time they declare it. And the problem here is that I see my friends here going back and forth with me. And I don't see what the reason is. But I would say this. You said President Boakai should be commended because he published asset, no, not published asset, he declared asset 2 weeks after he took power. The law says before you take power. An hour after you take power is against the law. He broke the law. And I don't know what is hard about that to understand about our people that Boakai broke the law. The law said before you take power, even before he went up there to swear, before he paused, he should have declared asset before going to that ceremony to be declared president or to be sworn in. So I don't know what is hard about this.
No,
And you are saying,
George, that environment was too heated, man. That was a heated
no,
environment.
I'm not saying it was not heated. I'm not saying, and there's no reason why I'll be arguing with that because I know a lot of people were in that environment. The heat was there as well, and nobody paused. He paused his speech, and I'm still waiting for him to finish that speech because he has to finish it. The thing is that Nelson. The
Shirley, I
thing
want
is
to
that
come in, please. Shirley, let me
the thing is that
let me
the
come
Wait,
in
thing
how
is
you
here.
that
gonna come in?
My
George
sister Shelley,
personally attacked me.
have
I'm
no
coming on your behalf.
no point of confusion. There's no confusion except you want to be hypocritical here. But the point is that Wakai broke the law because the law says before you take power, before you take office, you declare your asset. So 2 weeks after
So I
that,
don't
and
know.
even 1 year after that, it's still the same breaking of the law. So it
Thank you,
doesn't matter.
George. Let's hold you there,
So
George.
no, before Sandy go though, I think
Okay,
George
Sandy,
is
you're gonna go.
I think
A
George
few
is
seconds, please.
definitely in a positive mood, so he did not comprehend what I said. So I'm saying you and I basically saying the same thing, and you trying to attack me. So take that positive hat off today, and let's have a decent conversation.
Let me
Okay?
come
Go
in.
ahead, Sandy.
George is not
Okay,
in a
Sandy.
political space. George is struggling with grammar, simple English. And I'm not being personal, brother. Myself too, I eat my school fee with color when it comes to English. But I understood what Shelley said. Shelley is asking questions to understand the process.
Yeah.
Shelley is saying the law assets were published. Why is Baka Una public? Why is it different? She want to understand the process. You're on the scene level.
Sorry, I apologize. I apologize. I did not get that point.
Okay, see, that's the problem. You were just saying her cash out and so she can go to lunch.
Apology accepted. Reach my cash app or Zelle after this.
But secondly, Nelson, when you read the law, it said before taking office or thereafter. Didn't
So
you say that? Maybe read again. Upon taking office or thereafter, I think I heard that. If the law says or thereafter, that means it can happen after you took office. So if that is the case, then Water is not late on this process. Unless I understood that wrongly.
My man, please keep quiet so you can tell everything from my mobile back.
Okay, I'll keep quiet.
Thank you. So let's hear from you, Alfred. Alfred, let's have you come in. Oh, okay. Mobile will come to you. Let's have Alfred to come in with this point quickly. Alfred.
Gentlemen.
Alfred, listen. We know you are a military man, right? Former military personnel, but please be moderate in your choice of words. The other time you use one hard one, And yeah, so let's
Only
let's
using
let's, let's hear
attack
from
bomba.
Man, just told somebody grandpa to keep quiet, but it's okay. We thought
Well,
go
my
ahead.
brother Sandy, sorry for my choice of words. You know, this conversation is so unique to the point that we all have to chip in our little, ideas because we want the best for our country. So yes, the question my sister asked before I say that, Nancy, if you can permit me in the latter portion of this conversation so that I can tell you exactly what's on my mind. Even though we have already passed that, but please let me do that in the latter part of the program. On the issue of asset declaration, surely you are right, right? In a spirit of transparency, where's the big deal? Because if you look at the law keenly, if you just look at the law keenly, you can know very well that our legislators, they made a law for themselves. Because if you look at the law, they say they want to declare in our offices. And the punishment in the law does not affect them. So you see how ambiguous the law is?
No. It's clear. The punishment is open.
The punishment for
public
people in the
official-
executive. Look at the law. The punishment are there is for people in the executive, not people in the legislature.
Okay, read that specific portion because I have the law.
Now, look, that go down to
I'm trying to see if we can get Senator DeLong. I know the senator might be sleeping now, but most times, most of these people
listen to 10.2.
and they're
Listen
following.
to 10.2.
But go ahead. Yeah, go
listen
ahead.
to 10.2. Listen to it. You will know that. Let me get it. Hold on.
But your 10.2
sanction
is
for
not
false
coming.
declaration. Sanction for false declaration. Every public official and employee of government shall declare and affirm that his or her declaration is accurate to the best of his or her knowledge. Any statement in such declaration found to be false upon verification shall lead to summary dismissal and other measure provided by law. Who's going to dismiss DeLong when he gave false information? Who's going to dismiss DeLong?
The committee.
The Senate.
Who's
The
going to dismiss Belete when he lied?
The committee.
No, remember that they.
That's why they got an ombudsman. That's why they got an ombudsman now. They got an ombudsman to do that.
The law, the legislature, the House of Representatives has their own rule. They create their own rule to govern themselves. So their law might contravene their law. And they will not do nothing. But this particular portion of this law, it only affects those in the executive. You understand? So this law needs to be looked at. So if you say you want transparency, it should affect everybody.
Okay. Let me come in there a bit.
Nelson, you don't have any say on this show. As you told me, you said you don't clarify anything.
I can
there
come in
there you go.
checkpoints and stuff like that.
There you go.
Don't put me in your box, Josh. So let me come in. Dismissal means from a broader point, they take you from the job. You're not there again. They dismiss you, right? Do we agree that the lawmakers can be recalled?
It has now happened in our recent history.
Listen, but
they can only be voted out by their peers.
Voted out, record that is in dismissal.
No, recall is by the public.
It's from the public now. The dismissal. Let me read what the Constitution say about the dismissal. Hold on. So when you go to that keep the conversation I get there because I want to be.
But you may have some point on that, but again, Alfred, this thing I think you're trying to push the lawmakers too hard.
My brother,
both
the law is ambiguous. It only affecting certain group of people. It only affecting certain group of people and not certain group of people. So if you look at even if you look at how they're declaring their assets, right? The lawmakers are declaring to the one, the clerk of the Senate, right? Mm-hmm. Why are they not publishing the declaration? Why are they not publishing it?
The lawmakers,
because the law is very clear. The law says you can declare, right? But it didn't say you must publish.
But
Once
Alfred, the
that
point
said you
here
must
is,
publish.
I think Alfred, you want to take us back. The point here is, some of the lawmakers have already declared and made their asset public. You followed the Senator DeLong case,
So the
Senator
point here
Youngstown,
is, Justin, so the point here is this, I agree again with my sister Shirley, that before you declare, there must be some process. There must be some process that should be followed. One has to do with appraisal of all the assets that you are declaring. Did they do that before publishing their assets? Did they do that? They have not done that. So for this point now, I will agree with President Walker in this instance to say that he will not publish his asset right now because it has not been verified by those who are supposed to verify it to make sure that what he declared is actually what's on ground. And now, if that is done, I will be expecting the president from now to next week, Monday or Wednesday of next week, to be able to publish his assets in the local dailies so that everybody can see.
Thank you. Thank you. Moba, let's hear from you on this.
Yeah, I think my brother Alfred want to be so personal on the lawmakers. You know, the law are there. So if the people, probably the lawmaker, if for any reason, if they lie on their assets declaration, right? The law are there. They will follow the law. You don't know what all they don't put in that assets declaration. What you're talking about, you don't know if all is there. Go read it. They may publish it. Go read it and come back and tell us that they don't get two chair in your house, but it's not in the assets declaration document. Then we will get point. Then we'll come and say, okay, you know what Alfred was saying, he was right. So based on that, they don't lie on assets declaration. But you can come here and just hit the lawmaker and say, you know, even if they violate or even if they lie on an oath on the asset declaration, they will not, they will not accept the consequences. And it is wrong, my brother. We can't be so personal on them like that. Although we beat on it every day, but let's get a chance. And that get kudos to Senator Dillon and the other senator who declare their assets and make it public. And first of all, they declare their assets they presented to the Labrador Anti-Corruption Commission. So the Labrador Anti-Corruption Commission can them, right?
Oh my
and
God.
level them. So you can come here and be on the lawmaker. But let me go to Bwaka. You see, my brother, the president, he said it before he even come to power. He said it. He was come to declare his assets. Now, everything is today. Hey, listen to he when they were interviewing after he declared his assets when he came out. He said, first day I told the people I was doing my job test. I did it, and then I came back and declared my assets. Now wait. Let the GSC finish with their auditing and let's see if you will not publish those documents. Then we'll get points. But he just did it today and would come here and say, oh, you know what? Why he never published it today? He's so published.
No, Mobile, you're getting it wrong.
No, I'm not talking to you.
Our argument is, the argument we are making here is this, that for the president to declare his asset, as per the law, he is in good standing.
I agree. I'm talking to you.
After you're missing the argument.
For the usual case,
you can't lay.
Yeah. You see, you want raise son that already finished with long term. So I talked to George, right? George said it before. He said, why the same day the president not publish his assets? Because it was already given to GSC. You understand? So now I'm coming back to tell him it's a procedure. The first step, the president had already done with that, which is the drug test. He came by and told you guys, the Liberian, I will declare my assets, and he did. According to his mandate, he did it. And then after that, what happened? He got away. Then the people carried out all the thing. Let it check in the document what or where or what in Isa or what in not Isa. Then it will come back to him and tell you, Mr. President.
The simple English for the mail.
Yeah, the simple English. Then it will come back and tell Mr. President.
But that's okay. And I think we're making progress on this discussion.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it, George?
You want to conclude now?
Yeah. You know, I'm finishing here. I stay in flight. You want my man. so
I mean, you forgot what you should have said.
Sometimes you
just let it go. Just let it go, Mama. Yeah.
No, my man. No, don't do that. So, end of the day, all we want, George, I will say it, right? Let's get the president chance. let the people do their work and give it to him. If they give it to him and he failed to publish it, brother, you see how they feed it bombarding about the other people who fought with him. They were not included in power, and today majority of them in power and the
More,
calling.
but they will not give it back to him. They will not give it back to him.
They give it back to him. They give it back to him, but let the people carry on their own investigation first. When they don't know it, maybe they will give him a communication.
You can get copy. Anything you submit, you get copy. Anything you submit anywhere as an educated person, you gotta get copy. That copy you can publish. They will not give it back to him.
But Josh, he just gave it, and the law requires that if you give it, if you lie on any predent, on any document on there, you will face the full weight. So let's all wait. Let the GAC do his job. I mean, do their job. Yes, let me conclude back.
We have waited 2 weeks. We have waited 2 weeks. Mobile. We waited 2 weeks.
I'm waiting for now to Friday for President Boaga to declare access and public.
I have to.
President Boaga said he was different from where.
And
the man will declare access.
So let's do this. I mean, please, let me welcome you to the show, and please go ahead, make your point on this.
Thank you, Nelson. Hey guys, what did my brother just be up in here for again?
Vasco, welcome to the show.
Vasco, why are you coming behind me?
Thank you. I've been waiting for you.
So yeah, about the president assets, I don't know why we are getting all in our feelings about it. This man said he was gonna declare his asset. Nobody asked him to say it. He said it. He could have done whatever we did or anybody else did, and something he said he was going to. And people, since he got declare his asset, where is that getting all jubilant all over the place? He's not gonna do what he wants to do on your term, guys. Just know that. Okay? If he said he's gonna do it, give him the time to do it. If he doesn't do it at all, 1 year or whatever, you can say something about it. This man just got inaugurated 2 weeks ago. Barely got his cabinet together. Nothing. But expect him to start flowing manna from heaven. On especially a legislative issue that happened since 6 years ago. The Christmas light. In 2 weeks, they want him to turn it into a legislature in America, stable, which is like, I don't know. Be rational when you want to be attacking somebody for something that they didn't do. 2 weeks. Give him the chance to do whatever he said he's going to do. Stop making him because you want it to be done today. It's not going to be done when you want it to be done.
That's what the law requires. That's what the law requires. Not me.
No, Josh. No, Josh. Let's give her time, please. Yeah, you have 1 minute to wrap up.
Thank you. You said that the law requires it. Show me where President we have published his assets. Because maybe I missed this step. Let me see.
If President Weah did not declare his asset, and it was condemned yesterday, is it right for?
That's not what I'm saying, Nelson. You didn't allow me to finish. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
But if somebody did not do it, somebody said I would do it, you gave them the chance to do it. He didn't have to say it. He never had a gun to his head. He had an interview before the election when he was campaigning, and after the election, you can't tell me say he's still looking for votes. He said it. So I trust he's going to do it. So if you come here being all critical and you never seen it and the person you praise for 6 years has not done it, and now you want to be all, that's what the law said. Where were you? Where was the law 6 years ago? I'm not saying President Boaga is everybody's president. I understand people want the right thing done and everything. So am I. That's why I keep on here supporting him. But should you, who never saw anything wrong, I don't have no respect for that. Never saw anything wrong for the past 6 years, be the one to be critical to the boom? No, you shouldn't be. That's my point that I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to say, because we are losing our country, take it back to back after the year from 1990, so that means Waka should do the same thing. No, absolutely not. That's not what I said.
Nelson, 20 minutes, please. 20 seconds, sorry.
I'm trying to point out the hypocrisy of these people.
Thank you. Moba, yeah. Moba, you are interrupting, guy. We want to move to Vasco, and then we'll take you, Josh. Let's take your brother Vasco. Your brother just
Who
came
did George want into jail? What George?
Thank you, Nelson. I mean, I've been following you guys. I just came from work and the topic is very interesting.
A second job or a third job?
Man, the second one, wow.
Now, see, I'm about to ask the same question. It said job
I mean,
number
after you
2
told
or
me you said
3.
you never have second job because I was giving you a hard time.
I wanted to leave it. I tried last week to leave it, but looking at the way the thing started in the country, I said, no, this year it'll be a big
You can't make
failure.
it.
Let me go back to my job. Yeah, so,
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Gentlemen, first of all, I mean, it's a good thing for people to declare the asset. And today, President Barker declaring an asset. I mean, that's a good start. But one thing I want you guys to know here is that they say anything that is not done properly is not done at all. So Barker know the code of conduct. Barker is one of the longest serving person when it comes to Liberia, the governmental or sector. He knows very well that 10.1 is telling you that before you take office, I know you're coming to the small baby then, but before you take office, you have to declare your asset. So Barker took the oath of office already. Barker is already, we went to his inauguration. Today come, it has been belated. So Barker have already breached the code of conduct. That is against the law. So nobody should come here.
No, Vasco. Let me interrupt you. Let me interrupt you a bit, Vasco. I'm going to post this thing up again.
Post it.
You see what I have up here, right?
Yeah.
At the end of that 10.1 you quoting,
yeah,
public official, every public official, blah 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 blah. At the end of it,
yeah,
it says its asset and liabilities prior to taking office and thereafter.
Thank you, Nelson. And that is
Thank
the
you,
place.
Nelson.
Thank you, Nelson.
Thereafter.
And that is
just
the place.
what you said, Vasco.
And that is the place that we need to educate.
No, he didn't contract date. And then after you have to
guys,
do it before
give Vasco
and
a chance.
after.
That
You
is
guys
the
will have your
place.
time on this. We'll give
That
20
is the
seconds
place.
to people.
Thank you. That is the place we need to educate the rescuer or the rescue children. I want you guys to listen. Prior, the first thing they call conduct telling you here, before you take office, you have to declare your asset. One, that's the first step. After you have taken office, it's also telling you that every 2 years, you should
No,
what?
not 2 years, 3 years. 3 years. 3 years.
Okay, I got 2 years right here, but
so
I don't
which
know
code
what
of conduct you get?
They may read a fake one.
Yeah.
A fake one. I mean, that contradicting yourself.
The lady now, okay, 1 year, 3 years.
Vasco won't
Okay.
come here, can't
Every
speak,
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, listen to that here because you're contradicting yourself here.
Go ahead,
That
Vasco.
is, you already did the first one properly. You declare before entering government. When you in government now, it's telling now why you carry on your service within 3 years again, you have to what? Redeclare or whatsoever if there's any changes.
No. Vasco,
now.
You can't be doing us like that.
No, they say at the end.
Like that, brother. I want us to go back to that prior to taking office and thereafter. Conclude with that one before coming to 3 years and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, but the day after, that what most of the people not understanding.
So how do you understand the day after?
That's what I'm telling you. Day after is after you have already done the first one properly. You have declared before entering in government. Now the tell is day after declaring properly, entering into government. After you have done that, when you already in the government now, working, after every 3 years, they still telling you that you have to do this. These are all the year after now. After you have done the first one properly, then now you come to the year after. If there are any changes or if there are any days within our time frame that you're going to be serving in government.
Okay. So you think in your mind, that day after means after you declare before entering office, then following that declaration. But how about that day after being before entering office and after your service to the country, when you're leaving office and then you do another declaration?
But you saw what Joe we were telling his official to declare, and they were telling or the LACC were telling everybody to declare. That is there after you have served your term, you leaving government, you would still declare.
No, but but Vasco, you're getting this thing wrong because President George Weah, no, I'm coming. President George Weah, I have before me here an article on the Africa News, and in December of 2019, President George Weah was warning his cabinet to declare their asset. In fact, he was even warning them that if they don't declare their asset, they will not get their allotments and everything that they're supposed to get.
They were
declare
all
your
wrong.
asset or else. You know,
That's it.
so
They were
that
all
was
wrong. Anybody that entering government declare your asset after you already enter, you have breached the first step of the
so you mean President George Weah breached
President George Weah was wrong.
Okay.
And this is why the both people have come to correct the mistake. But if the both people have started doing the same old thing, then we shouldn't say yeah to be holding them.
Thank you.
They are wrong. And let me before I end, there is no way in the code of conduct to say you publish when you after you declare you public. No. But because President Weah didn't do it, there is nowhere. But because President Weah didn't do it, everybody came here to beat on him. So now they're both people, the people that know everything. We expected them to come after they have declared to publish. They don't say anything. They don't say, oh, don't the code of conduct say when you publish or declare your asset, you're not forced to publish. Anybody want to see a Baga asset? They gotta go through the court. If you want to see Baga asset. But because Baga then that the clean people that people that know book, they thought that they were going to make the asset public. That's what we're asking them for. Nothing bad.
Thank you, Vasco. Thank you.
Can't wait. He told you.
We're gonna give 30 seconds across the board. Then we go to the phone lines, and this is very interesting. Let's start with you, Cindy, because I think you started this whole conversation, and then we can make the rounds. 30 seconds.
So for my 30 second, Nelson, I want to go back to where I mentioned that there are some legal requirements.
Yeah.
On some jurisdictions where the government official will be required to provide asset declaration for close family members in their alliance. That will include spouse, children. But I understand the debate from some of our folks in the comment section. What if the children are older and they have nothing to do with the president and all that? I understand it. But this is a legal requirement, again, on some jurisdiction. Look, let's consider this. A lot of presidents that are corrupt, and we find that all across Africa and other parts of the world, they use their family members, they use their children, their spouses, other relatives, businesses to conceal information, stolen wealth. They put them not in their own names, but in the names of their spouses and their children. We've been talking about government officials who build homes and buy homes in other countries. They don't use their own names. They use their family members, their spouses, and their children. And that is why it is very important that when you come to power as a government official, you must let us know all of the relevant information surrounding yourself and your family members.
So, Cindy, are you pushing this argument of public officials, the children of public officials, being included in this whole asset declaration thing? Is that the argument you're pushing?
Okay, I will hope that you will take some time to read thoroughly about asset declaration. Let us not just limit it to Liberia. Let's read and understand it in full scope. Asset declaration for government official mandates on a certain jurisdiction, some jurisdiction, that family members' information be disclosed to the public. So that tomorrow, if Sandy Jr., for instance, own a mansion in California, and Sandy is your health minister. Well, let's find out how Sandy Jr. acquire that wealth to buy that mansion. Especially if we can tell that Sandy Jr. cannot afford to buy such a mansion. Our president, their children, some president, their children live in mansions around the world. Government officials, girlfriends, and their family members, they are small tintin and they live in mansions. Their wives live in mansions in Ivory Coast. I'm not calling him Ivory Coast, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana.
Thank you.
Got to include those.
Nelson, you said you were coming to me after Vasco.
Thank you.
By
You still get
I
time,
will take
but wait,
5 seconds of your time, George. So
Thank
now
you.
you only have 25
guys.
seconds.
Thank you, guys. Let's take Francis and then we'll come to you, Josh.
Yeah, guys. It's clear. Joseph Boakai did not declare asset before taking office. Right now, my focus is on our Liberian people. The bitterness from the other side, y'all will drink a kojodobo, y'all will fix your fate until y'all get tired. But the papier is doing what he said he would do, even though he did not do it on time. But once the Liberian people can get stable electricity, the Liberian people can get a road. The pregnant women don't die because the ambulance gets stuck and the biomedicine is so bad for the road. The people can actually drive. The people will forgive the 2 weeks that Papa did not declare asset, as opposed to your almighty biomedicine that took almost a year to force in as 42 condominium inside her asset to say it was there before I did it. So the Papa will go to work for the Liberian people. Y'all will talk tired. Y'all will kind of say all the things. Oh, he's supposed to do it right. He's supposed to do it. Yes, he's supposed to do it right. But 2 weeks late, the teacher says so now with minus 25% for your grade. Seven people. But 6 months late, the semester already end. You finish. So the Liberian people will just need a better life than what they receive under George Weah. And the paper will provide it. So they can't talk. They'll be grabbing for straws, talking about, 2 weeks. If that's the only primary I get for Joseph Boakai, then we'll take it. If that's the only primary I get because he missed about 2 weeks.
We agree.
We agree.
Thank you. Thank you. George, let's hear you.
Look, Nelson, it's becoming glaring now that these guys are new to defending government officials, and they have a really long road to go. They think the fact of the matter that they are defending, President Boakai, who is very delinquent, I should say, in his role. I think it's going to be a tough road ahead. But I just want to raise this issue of electricity. Look, I live in a village. I grew up in a village. We used to make farms. And I know farming season. I know how it works. March is the height of the dry season. And that's when we used to go and catch fish in the water because the water is dry. We can just bait the water out and then get the fish out. So I know all those things. I know how they happen. If you are saying now there's no water in the dam, so that's what the problem is. Then, of course, reaching March, probably people will start to go back to the type of generators. Because during George Weah time, this time, we still used to get power. We still used to get power in Liberia. We still used to get power to our houses. But now, you can't even find that power for 3 to 6 hours. It's gone. And it's ridiculous. People will be here defending it. But the truth of the matter is that the people that are feeling the pinch, trust me, my fridge is on, my light is on, everything is on here. It doesn't affect me anyway. I don't think it affects my sister Amy and Nita, Sandy, and the rest of the crew here. We will be talking about the people who are bearing the pinch of taking all their clothes before they sleep. All their clothes, even though that's not what they want to do. These people are the ones that go to the voting booth. Most of us here, we did not even go down to campaign. So the thing is that the Liberian people need actions now. Boakai continue to break our rules. George Weah time is gone. George Weah broke all the rules. He was not a good president. That's why you voted him out. So we are not going to go back to George Weah all the time. It's a waste of time for you to continue to relate President Boakai's delinquency to George Weah to say, okay, let's compare the two. And who better now? Who better? No, you were the best. That's why you said to us. That's why the people voted for you. So we must keep you on that particular balance. You must do the right thing. And we're not going to go
Thank
to
you,
George
Josh.
Weah to balance your wrong. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Let's do you there.
There's something
I
called
mean,
grace period. Waka has its grace period, 60 to 90
Okay,
days.
We are
so
not giving grace period.
did the
We are
code
not.
of
He
conduct,
said it was the best. He was the best.
can you mute George? I did not say anything when
did the code of
You should
conduct
mute as
provide
well.
grace
Mute.
of
Oh, I mean, at your
You are
time.
not
talking
talking.
now.
No, you're
I'm on the
not.
guys,
phone now.
no, guys.
No,
Let's
Going
try
to
that,
the queue. I mean,
to this thing. I mean,
He
take your
just
30
said
seconds
he just
now.
called
I mean,
me.
please take your 30 seconds. I mean,
Thank
just take
you.
your 30 seconds. Did the code of
So
conduct
it's
provide any grace period? No. No
so
grace period in code of
it's
conduct.
funny. It's funny that my brother from the Sakimo tree can feel pinched for Liberian people now. That's very laughable. For the past 6 years, people
I object to
dying.
that statement. Calling me somebody from Takomochi, I object to
I
that
didn't
statement.
say
She
your
should take
name,
her word
Joe.
back.
No party
She should
ground
take
of
that word back.
tree,
She
my
should
man.
take that
I
word
said
back.
Sakimo
She
tree.
should take
I
that
never
word
said
back.
your name.
Let the player
Yeah,
coming
sorry,
from.
man.
Let the
Yeah,
player
yeah,
coming from.
Sakamo tree in the
Objection, my lord. Objection.
This
Objection.
I could be
Take that
talking to
word back.
Zakia. I could be talking to
You hear your
Zakia.
name? You hear your name?
I could be talking to Zakia. Zakia climbing the
Hey, yeah,
Sakimo
hey,
tree.
yeah.
Okay, so my brother Zakia, it's very funny
I
that
think Josh, I would take the Sycamore
No,
tree over that other one. I mean, please
Shirley,
stop
please
it
mute.
today.
Shirley, please mute.
Shall please mute. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, please
yeah.
make a point.
So for the past 6 years, these people are having fun, even though people barricading themselves in their homes, like they're in prison, no security. But no, they're having fun. Everything was good. Electricity, really? Electricity was what Christmas like? And somebody who just came in 2 weeks. You, this is so funny. I can't even. You wanted to make electricity stable. What's going on now? It's from what's went on for the past 6 years. That's what's going on right now. This man does not even have his full cabinet in yet to even start implementing his policy. This is George Weah's policy that's still going on. That still have our people dying, houses catching fire. And by the way, with the Sir Joseph thing, I'm glad he made it out alive. But do I feel bad that his house got burned? No, I do not. That's probably not even the only house he had. He probably had many houses. But that innocent man who came outside last night in his brief, if Sir Joseph want to rebuild that house in a couple of months, he can afford to do it. That poor man, he cannot. And they are the one who sit in, who have oversight over all these entities, government entities to make sure they do the right thing. They've been sitting there not doing anything. Electricity going like Christmas light coming on and going off and burning people's houses. And you want to, if y'all sabotage that to blame that on Boaga, that's a shame on y'all. That is a shame because it's not on Boaga's watch. It's on your watch. Somebody in for two weeks cannot fix something that you broke for 6 years. You think it's that easy that when you come in 2 weeks and when the president said rescue, hear me and hear me right.
This is more than 20 seconds, Nelson. This is more than 20 seconds.
You're disturbing me, George. When the president said rescue, he never said when I come in 1 week, I would turn goals, or I would turn the whole city or the whole country into gold and turn everything with a match of one and turn everything back to what I have been done past 6 years. That's not what he said. He said he would fix it. He never said he would make it in 2 weeks. So stop saying that because he just got inaugurated. Everything should go back to
That's what you there, Amy. Thank you. Please go ahead. Konawa, let's hear you. 30 seconds.
I mean, they are fishing there, you get to net in Corel. But anyway, I agree with you, Sandy, when we talk about asset declaration. Look, he who in politics, he who speak equity must come with clean hands. Okay? Do you know the reason why Singapore is one of the cleanest countries in terms of the fight against corruption?
There you go. Lee Kuan Yew again.
Huh? Do you know the reason why? It's because in 1978, Singaporean Prime Minister, they seen corruption thing we're talking here. The country was endemically corrupt. People were stealing the country money and putting it in their cousin's name, putting it in their niece's name. To the extent the fight against corruption became a bottleneck until he got to break some of the law to say,
who is
I'm talking about this for you. I'm talking about this for you. Okay? He got to break some
I
of
know
the
I
law
need you
to
one
say,
year from the man. I you asking that question. That's it.
and he got to
Go
break some
ahead.
of the law to say why it is true that the law say we should do this, but we're going to order people by their lifestyle. We are going to go to their children. We are going to go to their nephew. We are going to go to everybody that connected to them. Guess what today in Singapore? Under their law, anything more than $50 Singaporean money is a recipe for corruption. So when you do it, they are going to take you to court.
Let's leave
you
there.
can be all the way up there, they will bring you down. So the issue of corruption, the issue of asset declaration of Nelson, we should not just intellectualize it. I agree with my brother Cindy that we should go beyond just asset declaration by individuals in our government. We should go all the way deeper and deeper and deeper to make sure that tomorrow when these guys are leaving government, we can come here and knock our chest and say, yeah, they work for their money. Whatever they have, they work for it. Thank you so much.
Let's leave you there. Shirley, you want to come in? Then we take Vasco, and then Mobile will take us to the phone lines.
Yeah. So Cindy and my brother Alfred is so passionate when it comes to that whole book thing. I mean, we still really owe it to him to read that book. My goodness. But I still do think it's commendable that the president is leading by example. And I will say that let's try to have a process in place that every leader can follow, where it's not like one person is declaring their asset and making it public the same day, and another person is declaring their asset and having it go through the process of it being verified before we publish it. Let's just stick to one thing where all the leaders can go and declare their asset. I think I will say, if I have to pick a side here, it will be the president. I think the president is actually leading by example, the fact that he declared his asset and waiting for them to verify everything that he have on the paper before coming to publish it. Okay, so I think if the other senator and law leader that left, if they are declaring their asset, please let the people verify it. Let it go through the process of being verified before you can publish it. As much as we want to see it, so we can hold you accountable. If you want to publish it, make sure it's already been verified before you publish it. And I want to also end with, please, 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 President, if you are listening, let's make sure that we focus on the healthcare in Liberia. Young women are dying every single day. And we don't want to go back to, holding, it was George Weah time, so this one happened. That's what Liberian people focus on, it being rescued. We have you there now. We want to make sure that we can speed things up here, because by May 2nd, it will be that 100 day that was promised to us. So let's start working fast and make sure that we can focus on the right things and do the right thing.
Thank you, Shirley. Vasco, your 30 seconds quickly.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Alfred and Cindy, thank you guys very much. I think if President Bouaga will have people like you guys in his circle, something better will happen for him. Because what I'm observing, most of the guys that will be around Bouaga, we all know our Liberia tendency. The leader's always right. Even if the leader is doing the wrong thing, people always say you're right. It happened. Although some will never used to come on Facebook and blast our leader, because we're institutional people. But we used to go in our official chat room and tell them this is not right, this is not this. We used to do it. Now, but you look at how you say sedition with this, our president, that we agree. Everything you said, but we agree. We don't know both with this and with that. But if you guys, some of you will come here now and start to behave like us that don't know anything, they will question your ability to lead our country. Because everything you said was wrong that Georgia was doing. You starting on this bad footing. We told you people that President Baga went and gave 300 and some more $1,000. He not supposed to do it. He told her he didn't have money. Y'all that's in court. Y'all reading. Y'all go look at the I think 200. That's all. Gift you're supposed to receive. So you need to start a check this man.
How come President George Weah received a plane from Obonkoko, his friend from Burkina Faso, the businessman? You remember that?
I remember Nelson.
Does a plane?
Nelson, I never hear you asking Boaka when you took the $55,000 from.
Come on,
You place on the show here. You place on the show here. I never hear you asking that question. We're talking here. You can put it under the carpet. Okay.
Donation.
But with that, you know most of these
that
things.
campaign donation to Georgia Bailey for the 2 million wave.
These are things I remember. The one I remember, I speak to it.
That's why audit is important.
Okay, conclude, Vasco.
Thank you. So, gentlemen, look, when you see wrong, they say when the fish ready to get ratty, it can start from the heat. You start telling Boaka, this is not right. You start coming on the same platform. Spoon is a big platform. Y'all need to come here and start to say this is not right. We didn't expect this. Y'all get up to rescue us, my people. Y'all need to let Boaka know.
Thank you, Vasco. Thank you, Vasco. Vasco,
we will.
You said during your time, you corrected your political leaders in the chat room, but you are asking people who support Unity Party to come on this platform.
Because we didn't know what we were doing. We were content children. These people, they are the
confession time. Confession time.
Thank you.
Confession time.
Nelson, a quick one, please. Yeah, quick one. Thank you, Nelson. I just want to buttress my brother Vasco. Guess what? I listened to Amy the other day. Right, and she said, how they call it? Amara Kone should go and talk to the president instead of coming on Facebook. Right? You see that? These are the people that were saying that because we did not scorn President Weah publicly, we should not talk. This is the same lady who came on the show and said, Amara Kone should have gone to the president instead of coming on Facebook. It's not correct. You can't do to your viewers that you see the problem. This is the library that we want to build. And these people, you see that only the big excuses.
So you misquoted me. Let me correct you. My brother said
I didn't misquote you.
He went and promised Amara Kone in private. And I said, why can't he go and address him in private? That was what I said. I'm still
Thank you, guys. Let's go to the phone lines.
Mama, I thought you didn't say go to the phone line. Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me. I gotta say my own.
You co-host, man.
No. I gotta podcast some of the things you're talking, my man. What are you talking
The other co-host cannot take it past it, co-host.
I'm taking my medication. I'm taking my medication.
Let's give Mobile 20 seconds quickly. Mobile.
See trouble. Yeah, but listen now. Vasco. I was a few days ago. I was the same president, right? A few days ago, I was on the same platform discussing issues that was not right. That JMB were going contrary to what other people was thinking, more especially appointees who he's sort of appointing his government, who stood with him, who were there in the vanguard, right? I was the president. I'm not sedition. I'm not UPS. Nothing. I'm just here to say the truth. If I come on the platform, if Joseph Baga doing something is not right, I would say it. Recently, I was here blasting at Joseph Baga, and people were on the session comment cursing me. You are playing
President Boaka, please. President Boaka.
My sister, sorry, Mama. My sister Shirley was here too blasting at me. But end of the day, my voice went out. So they have a lot of implore. So I'm not here to see wrong. JMB President Joseph Baga doing wrong. Then I put my hand and say, back him. No, I'm not a sycophant. It's not me. Mela, your Spencers here in government will not one day will not hear your own radio criticizing George Weah.
Thank you.
Everything George Weah does, it was right. But George Weah slapped somebody in the ear. You say George Weah need to start that person because that person, why the person got to walk in front of your house. So you did all those things. Your president worship him. All that thing you did it in the past. It's not how we looking. If President JMB
let's go to the line.
Contract to what he promised the people, I will come on the platform and say it. I'm not a single fan.
and Eugene
I gotta
forgot
take your
just her
medication
when
again small. Take
Mobile
your
said.
medication
I'm
small.
taking it, my brother. Thank you.
I
Thank you. I'm
hope
taking
I
it.
hope Mo Ali and Eugene forgot her what Mobile just said. He said because he spoke 2 days ago, that what Bwaka hired them.
No, 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 no,
Hold
no,
on.
no.
Yeah.
Let's go to the line
My man, don't do that, man.
0555101. Guys, please
Don't put
mute.
me in situation I can't handle,
Let's
man. Don't
take
do
our
that.
first call here. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from?
Hi, Nelson. My name is Teresa calling from Ohio.
Okay.
You know, I'm so shocked to hear people saying that just our UP government have already taken over and LEC is not working. The government that CDC was running, the same managing director is still there. Is that another person or is the same person? Who appointed him? Who was he working for? So the same managing director is still there. So the administration is still going on under LEC. So Baka have nothing to do with that until he is removed. And we want for him to be removed. While he's still there, it will still be happening to just tarnish the repetition of this government. So why money captain need to get out of that place and bring somebody else that will manage that place. It cannot be double dipping.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's hold you there and bring in Mr. Charles King. He wants to make a contribution to the program here. Mr. King, welcome. You're live on the show.
Hi, thank you.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. My comment, of course, is towards the fire incident and the issues that we have in our country, which is the iron bars on homes. If those bars had not been removed in time, there would have been death. So I wrote several times before that we have to look at that. There are ways to have iron bars constructed so that they can be opened from the inside. If you notice those ladies, those young children that got that burned in a fire at the Muslim school some years ago, I think it was 25 children or more. I wrote something in the newspaper about it, comment, no one pick it up or pick it down. There's a responsibility that goes towards the owners and people who own these premises. So again, the lack of fire extinguishers, because I know before the war, we had fire extinguishers in our homes. The fire department should also go around and educate the people about different things. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's hold you there and take this person. Hello, you're live. Okay, we lost that person. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, very much opportunity. My name is Abu Rabo. I'm the chairman for the blind people for Mama. I'm disabled. Listen, I'm very, very angry in my body.
Why are you angry in your body?
That now, yes, because I'm very angry. That now, George, we can know that we the library we are suffering. That now, George, we are not going to see on a comment. Even the president, James John, is taking the air out for no legislation. And now, John, the top of the library, look more than all. Casino was in the very year, the city headquarters at Tomina. When the city ever taking from Mama to help you distribute.
Thank you.
That's not you I was suffering. So if you are for your deal, now one job after no.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I know you, but let's take this person. Hello.
Hey, Nelson. This is Tommy from Virginia, man. Thanks for taking my call, and shout out to you. Shout out to our wonderful panelists. Nelson, why I disagree with my brother Sandy early on about including family members into asset declaration. I agree with him to his response to your question. What comes next? Does asset declaration equates to transparency? It doesn't. So just because the president did this step, which is a great initial step, the question is, what's next? Nelson, what's next? If the president wants to be serious about transparency, he has to start mandating that all of his appointees, obviously the president didn't appoint the representative, we're not talking about them, but his cabinet members, every single one of them, give them a time period. If you don't declare your asset, you will be suspended or fired, whatever the case might be. We need the president to do that. And yes, my final point, Nelson, why is it that there's a penalty for if you misrepresent your asset when you declare it, if you provide false documentation, but there isn't a penalty for if you don't declare your asset? Thank you, my brother. And thanks to all of you guys.
The penalty in the law is dismissal. You can be dismissed for that.
True, you can be. I'm sorry to cut you off, my brother. You can be, but we need the president to start doing that. Give them a time frame. You have 6 weeks, 2 months, whatever. If you don't do that, the initial step is we are going to suspend you and then dismiss you. Nelson, the last administration, did anybody get dismissed for not declaring their asset?
There was a warning. There was a warning from the president.
It didn't follow through, Nelson. It's one thing to say. This is my last point. Leadership isn't just about what you say, Nelson. It's about what you do.
Thank you.
And we can say whatever we want. If we don't actually show the action, it doesn't matter. But thanks for your time, my brother. Thanks to all of you guys, and I hope you have a good night.
Okay, thank you. Let's take this person. Hello, you're live. Okay, we lost that caller. We go back here. Hello. Hello, please go ahead. Your name and where you come from.
Good morning.
Morning. Let's hear you
quickly.
Good
morning to good morning to everybody.
Okay.
I'm calling Mr. Debe. I kind of want to get to my uncle and my people Spoon FM. What a Spoon. I have a baby and the baby is really need a shish. I'm down slowly and answer the government to send him a back. Every day I call you on Spoon FM, but I can get the show there please. To get your help, please. This is my number. Really, my brother is still to help me and to water Spoon, the CEO.
Sir,
is to take attention to me. Please.
Maybe you are very close to the phone, but honestly, everything you said didn't come true.
That's my number there, please.
Okay.
Message will contact you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Let's take Elston. Elston, welcome. You live on the show.
Thank you, Nelson, and hi to all of my good brothers and sisters and the panels out there today. Like one of our previous callers, Nelson, I'm so angry inside my whole body. So to be honest with you, Vasco, you said you criticize your government in your private chat room. Okay, I challenge you. Liberian boy believe strongly that for the 6 years that you all mismanaged Liberia, Samuel Tuer should have been at least shifted from his position from finance ministry to somewhere else since you were not performing well, or Jefferson Kochi were not worth to be a city mayor of our country, our capital, Monrovia. I challenge you to come and say that Liberian people were right. So you say you criticize something against your government. That's the only thing I have to say. I challenge you, my begin Vasco. Thank you all.
Oh, thank you. Well, folks, we'll have to. Okay, let me squeeze Swari in. This will be our final call. Hello.
Let me say, weaving to your fellow panelists on the show.
Go ahead quickly.
Well, thanks for you guys for the basic analysis. This is Peter. Sorry for the weather. I joined you from Philadelphia. It's very comical sometimes. Sometimes we in the comments about making a show Tuesday, but I want to ask you sometimes to read some of the comments that we make. Joe is becoming a comedian on the show. For the fact that Joe will come on the show and not understand the basic procedure as to how asset declaration is done, it is a problem. And I think we should basically look at things from the more logical point and forget about the politics. Yeah, Mr. Bwaga has already declared his asset. Like others are saying, I want to agree that there are more action should be taken. If you declare as a leader, there should be a time frame that you will set for other people to declare so we can see more transparency and accountability in government. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You see, so let me squeeze this final person in. Hello, quickly, you're live, 30 seconds.
Yeah, Nelson, good morning. From the Liberian side now, let me say good afternoon to the class in the diaspora. John D. Tama is my name, and phoning from around the St. Paul River.
Okay.
The asset declaration, let me say this, right? The timing on the asset declaration, they said 30 days. 30 days. And Joe Bwaga did it in 15 days. So what a big deal about this.
You said it says 30 days?
30 days.
Which portion of the code of conduct specified that the time? Because what we have here says before taking office and thereafter. All right.
Yeah.
So you want to state the particular the specific portion there, so maybe we can just pull it out and clear the air on that. The grace period, the 30 days.
Next thing. Let me say this. The code of conduct will not, the wording over there, they say prior to. But that prior to your man, they find it difficult to define to the Liberian
No, but
people.
where in the prior to it say 30 days, that's why that's where I want us to, just zero in, sir.
Yes, now saying the code of conduct, it was not specific on in 30 days time. You should do it before in 30 days. How many days Mr. Bwaka has spent in power? Even your panelists, even when I started discussing the NEC.
Okay.
How many days Mr. Bwaka has spent in power?
Thank you. But as far as my understanding can lead me, I'm yet to come across that 30 days grace period, and until we can get it, let's not confuse our the public on that. I'm yet to come across the 30 days grace period. You may be right, you may not be right, but I just wanted to us to hold it at that, and yes, until we can get that specific portion. Someone is saying you're right. Within 30 days. Yeah, but I don't have that provision before me.
You should go further on that color. Before you there. I don't have it for me, but I saw something there on 30 days. All right, but it's causing also LEC, the guy from under the sycamore tree opposite Rooster Cell there discussing about Liberal Electricity Corporation. But let me say this: even at this time of the dry season, Mr. Weirtown, we should experience this. We should experience it. There's a ration covering. Even in 2021, the ration covering.
Okay.
At this time of the dry season. So why are they coming to come and tell us, say, this the covering, it was in the days? Who told you that? Who told you?
Thank you.
All right. What a downward bill is because of the turbine not receiving the water. So at this time of the dry season, we get the ration covering. But right now, as I speak to you, on electricity, what so much Mr. We have done for the electricity issue? You're coming to publicize it. Oh, Mr. We used to do this.
Thank you. Let's hold you there, sir. Let's hold you there, sir.
It was working for.
Thank you.
The girl, Madam Salif. So Mr. We have brought that back to us.
Thank you. Let's hold you there. I think we have to wrap up now. We're out of time. Prince, welcome to the show, sir. We appreciate you. And
no, thinking you asked the guy that said he's right. Maybe he knows where is that.
Yeah, so Jeff P. Walker, if you have that particular portion, just screenshot it and send it to me. That portion.
Yeah, Nelson, I think the callers may mention me twice. Can I respond?
You want to go first? You want to go first?
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go first. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, look. To the callers. Look, we come on the show. Not with all the ideas or all the facts or all of the information. We come here prepared as well with what we know and what we can contribute to this discourse. For you to come here and say, I come here without knowledge and did not say anything contrary to what I've been saying, is a disservice to the audience. I came here and told you the code of conduct said people should declare it as a prior to taking and thereafter. That thereafter means in the middle of your term, you will also have to declare. And when you are leaving. So I don't know what is hard about that for people to understand. And then you come here, you want to denigrate somebody to tell them for honor psychometry. Because I think you guys are using the psychometry to be or denigrating, a statement, condescending to us. And you think you are better than us? Look, you guys just need to, you need to just compose yourself when you come to the public glare. Because here we are being listened to by a lot of people around the world. So if you come here, you want to denigrate somebody, compose yourself, please. Because there's nothing here that was said here that makes no sense. Everything we said here matters. And that's what the law says. And that's what we should be preaching here. President Bwaka said he was going to declare his asset before he take office from day one. And let me tell you, for instance, if the LEC, Liberian people are suffering from it, if it was something that is very integral to the arrest, by this time he should have named somebody to go to LEC, to JFK. He has not done that. That tells you that's not his priority. And these are the priorities of Liberian people. And we come here speaking about it, and you want to denigrate us. If you even tell me, say, I come from a village, I will be happy because I'm a Liberian first. And the good thing is that we will always be on the show to always erect the necessary checkpoints for all the misinformation that is going. Because during George Weah time, it was bad, but now it should be good. It would not be good. People would not accept it when black guys say we should be our own security. He will be our security. So I hope you guys will take it in because we'll continue to say that. Thank you. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
You want a black guy to be a security? Anyway, let's hear your closing, Alfred.
The way you can see, I don't know how you can be security.
Thank you so much, Nelson. Initially, I told you, I said in the latter part of this conversation, I would have loved to say what's on my mind. But I'm going to leave it tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have a whole show to discuss what happened today at the level of the Senate when the chief of staff and his code of officers were being confirmed. There was certain statement that were made by the chief of staff, and I thought I needed to have at least an extensive 5 minutes to actually discuss that tonight. Hopefully, we don't have the time, but
yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow. Yeah,
we're going to do that tomorrow, so that I can pinpoint some of the statement that was made by the chief of staff that I think that was a disservice to those that he had led over the last 18 years. Having said that, with regards to our topic tonight, we will all agree that we came here in 2023 and said that George Weah was not moving the country in the right trajectory, and we beat on him. We told our people that he broke our constitution many times. We told our people that he was not the right man for the country, and we also told our people that we could not imagine him on day one leading the country for another 6 years. So, in as much as we support Mr. Boakai, right, we will not be sycophants because we want the best for our country. We want to come home. Some of us, we don't want to live in the diaspora forever. We want to come home because the only sweetest place ever that we can go and not be deported is Liberia. So when we come here, we come with passion, we come with everything to speak to the issue. All right? So Mr. Boakai in the next 6 years will be here to support him, but we'll also be here to criticize it and erect the necessary step. When we use my brother word from George Weah to make sure that after 6 years, we can be proud of a government that put things in place. They may not do everything, but we are not telling our people that everything will be done in 6 years. But those things are supposed to be done. They should be able to do it. And that's why we are here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's hear from you, Cindy. You're closing.
Look, a few months ago, when we came here to campaign for Boakai, we came here telling the Liberian people about the level of trouble that President Weah and his team left with us. We told you that the issues confronting our nation are at the highest, and that addressing those issues will not be overnight. We have expectation for a better Liberia, but we also are realists. We do understand that the issue of the electricity didn't come out in 2 weeks. So those are some of the issues that Mr. Weah left with us. What I want to encourage our current leadership is that they should be innovative, should start coming up with ideas that will improve the systems so that Liberia will not go through this level of disaster ever again. I have concern with some of the ministries and agencies that are not working currently just because we are in transitional period. It's wrong. There are technocrats that should have been left in those ministries and agencies to continue producing for the Liberian people. The lack of production from those ministries and agencies affects our country greatly in a very negative way. We talked about the asset declaration tonight. We want to commend the president for taking the lead, but we also want to see what is in the declaration. Let it be published to the Liberian people. We need to see it. So I want to end here tonight by saying, give Tisha, thank you. Abby, thank you. Justina, Bestman, thank you. Massa, Kolako Jr., thank you. And all of you for watching, thank you so much. We'll be here again tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. So let's hear you,
Francis, that
Shirley.
do Francis. I think that concluded. You know.
Yeah. Let's take one female first. Shirley, go ahead. Shirley, you are muted though. Shirley, it's like you have to log out and log in. Just log out.
I think she received call. Anytime you receive call, what can happen?
Francis, you want to go?
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for following the show. One thing we talked about, we were going to hold Joseph Boakai feet to the fire. We some of us here are non-partisan. I was for anybody but George Weah, so I'm not a UPS. But one thing I'll tell Liberian people, I'm speaking directly to them. Some of our folks want to score political points and say, "Oh yeah, we said we're going to hold Joseph Boakai feet to the fire." So any little sneeze, we'll talk about it. But Liberian people, don't let some other people distract you. Think about your lives. Honor George Weah government and think about what you want it to be. Don't let people use asset declaration 2 weeks late to erase if Joseph Boakai gave you stable currency or help you connect road to the southeast or reduce the price of rice and gasoline in the country. Don't let it distract you with, oh, he said 2 weeks and he will publish. Because that publishing of his asset doesn't put money in your pocket for your children to go to school. Do we want him to publish the asset so we know what he has for transparency? Yes. Okay. But don't let it distract you, okay? So focus on the bigger picture because we have suffered way too long in our country. So whatever we need, the security, fire service, all these important things, that's what we should focus on. That's why we'll keep holding your feet to the fire. Let other people come and say, oh, let's go political program and talk about asset declaration. They will talk tired. What are you, opposition or supporter? They will talk tired. Focus on the bigger picture, Liberia.
Thank you. Thank you. Shirley, you want to go?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's okay now. We can hear you.
Oh. Well, Prince, I want to welcome you to the show. Thank you for coming to class late, but we accept you still. My closing, by eyes of faith, I know that there is going to be a better Liberia under President Boakai. People, let's be patient. It's only been 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He still have more time, 6 years to go, and Liberia will be better. And I mean, not just the people that are in government can make Liberia better. All of us can make Liberia better. Let's try to look at the bigger picture and think outside of the box as Liberian and work together to make our country better. We need to focus on healthcare. We need to focus on the whole fire thing and come up with solution. I mean, there's a lot of resources out there. If you have connection, that's what networking is good. Let's try to work together. We are here, George, over there. You got connection. Just do something for our country. And together, we know Liberia will be better because we all are going to put our hands together around the president to make Liberia better. It only take all of us to do it.
Thank you, Shirley. Vasco, you want to go?
Yeah. Thank you guys. A good show. But one thing I want to say is this: the people got a parable that when the Christmas will be good, you will know from the Eve. And we hearing people saying, "Oh, they may just been there for 2 weeks and this and that." Look, I want you to really look at your government from the early stage right now. There is so many missteps. I can remember the president we had. People saying he know nothing. One president we at this time, the government was functioning.
That's why we got what we got because he rushed. No, nothing.
Brother, the man, give me chance now. Yeah, President we are government. In fact, President we are mandated all the human resource manager that was in the Manasari government to take over every ministry. Today, for Bagana even make no kind of a simple announcement so that the ministry, the federal ministry.
But Vasco, are you aware that the president has as mandated the officers in charge to take over at those different areas. That's why even the Liberian National Fire Service, for example, they head Colonel Elliot Dixon. He's not in charge right now. He's the HR.
We haven't seen any. I know. I still to be corrected. The only thing I know, he been appointing some officer in charge to fill places.
No, Vasco, you don't follow that one. That one part you not follow it.
But I went yeah, I'm here and I see it. And this is the reason why today most of the government ministry they are not functioning. They are not. The people are even collecting taxes. Everything that break down. How you expect tomorrow MCSA teacher get in the street to protest? Is that job we are going to? But the brilliant people, the way you people preach this, the campaign, the kind of promises, the kind of lies you give these Liberian people, we know our people.
Thank you.
Based on that, if you pass everywhere, the people know that you guys gonna rescue. Listen to some media moving around to the very market. You listen to the people. They're not calling President. We are near you. They say President Barker. So you gotta. We want you to succeed, though, because if you succeed, our family and whosoever back home,
you really want United Party to succeed? Thank you.
We're not evil than these people. We're not evil than them.
Thanks a lot.
We're not evil than you. You are George. Don't want you to succeed.
We will succeed now.
Definitely, I wanted to succeed.
Okay,
now I will your feet to the fire.
Pastor, my Mary Lincoln says your government started working soon. That's why.
But Nelson, before I
alright, but you already close, man. Vasco, let's
we
gotta go back.
I know to defend is very difficult. That 6 years, me and George will be here. You guys will defend for 6 years. If I will be more than with the sedition, watch and see.
Thank you. Thank you, George. Thank you.
Larry, rebuke you.
So finally, we taking
my brother will talk.
No evidence.
Guys, let's stop the interruption. We need to go, guys. I really have.
Morning to you.
Yeah.
You know, I was in my office listening to the show. It was a great show. But a couple of things that we talk about, I'm not going to reiterate on them because some of them actually it don't help the Liberian people. That's number one. Number two, you know, when I listened to my brother Sandy said that they asked the declaration we should go after not just ministers, but ministers of family. I think President Barker said that in a couple of his speeches, couple of his interviews. So I'm very sure, Sandy, that it will happen. I'm very sure it will happen. But only all one note is that, you know, if a man just came into power, not because of what you say, want to make him to move to do what he would not want to do at the most appropriate time. Liberian CDC already dragged us into 6 years. 6 years. Now what people suffer. Crumble places. Squander money. And we just come and just say that we want electricity today. We want electricity today. We want rules today. No. It don't work that way, my brother.
Thank you.
It's just 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Plus days. The man said he would do drug tests, he did it. He told you he declared assets, he did it. So you relax.
Thank you.
You relax.
Thank you, Frank.
And some of us in the background, we will still work. That investor will come to that country, my brother. That's what we should be praying for. That we should be working on. Connectivity.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I really have to go. After you did your closing, right?
They are.
Okay, so yeah, yeah, so go then and go about.
Let me do a closing tomorrow, man. Let's save this one for tomorrow.
Like I was saying, sorry, I think you said it wasn't right that I said Sir Joseph, what I said about Sir Joseph, and I mean it. I said I'm glad he made it out alive, him and his family. but I don't feel bad about his house burning because he's part of the problem. A lot of innocent people have had this happen to them, and Sajusa is one of the people who have oversight to have those people do the right thing with the electricity, and they have never done it. Not just him, other people too. The LEC issue that we sit here and talk about, white guy and the other guy from the Sakimochi on the primetime show. Oh, our people are sleeping in heat. Our people are sleeping in heat. Shameless, disgraceful. What's going on now? If you said electricity was good under Judge Weir, it should continue. As soon as it has been 2 weeks. He cannot have it great, and then in 2 weeks it went bad. You shouldn't even be here celebrating that. If he has something done good with electricity, it will continue. You should be telling us what's going on now with electricity. It's all personal we are doing, not telling us that in 2 weeks electricity is not functioning. That is very, very dishonest, and for you to come here. And when we come here and be not because you want us to be critical, so we'll just be critical for no reason. We'll be critical when it is necessary. That's what you need to know. So we will not come here and be critical on your time, or want to show you that we're critical and do something because we want to prove to you that we're critical. When a person does something wrong, trust me, we will be here to talk about it, but I'm not going to be here to criticize because somebody want me to. Thank you.
Quickly, Mara.
Yeah, I will just start with our current issue. You know, I was in Liberia 2021. I can remember, right? I was in my room. I was in the bathroom and in my room.
I hope that's very short, though.
No, it's very short. I try to we discuss the current issue
because
people saying that every dry season I can go Liberia. Let me be frank. Every dry season I can go Liberia. I can go Liberia between February, March, and April. Between that, always in Liberia. February, I was in Liberia March 2021. My room, I'll get whole Cindy, what I tell you, right? The house was hot to the extent I get drunk of water in the bathroom. I can only go and put in the water. I'm waiting on me, I can't sit down. I leave doing it on the debris. So when we're talking about when we come here, when people saying that, this year the current go, or because George Weah leave power, so the current go, the people sleeping in here. Don't say that, my brother. You can come here and fool the Liberian people, because the Liberian people who there, they know what all been happening. They know about it. They know. They've been there. They know January, February, March, all these three all the way to the whole dry season time. They find it difficult with quarantine, and they know what's going on. So you will not come here and push and say because JMB in power, so that the reason why the people sleeping in heat. When you were there for 6 years, you could have done something better for the Liberian people not sleeping in heat today. You were there for 6 years. Money cannot eat all that money. Here, draw we are to share it. Today they will come here to go put
thank you, Mama. Thank you.
Don't do that. We're not sit there and allow it. As long as we on the platform, you're not coming and laughing at Liberian people. We will come here to defend what we fight for. If they go contrary to what we preach, we'll come here and tell the Liberian people, say, we'll tell us, say, you will finish the road to Bama City. So time, I come here, but let me conclude one. We'll come here and tell the people, say, JMB told us that he will complete the road to Bama. So in so time frame. But if he do it, we'll come and tell the Liberian people, say he never fulfill his promise. And we, of course, will campaign against it. But when I come there, he be right here. Let me declare access. You know, he declare access, you're complete. Amen.
So, guys, I want to say thanks to everyone for being here tonight. Thank you, Alfred. But today is our sister's birthday, BB. Most of you.
I thought you said the
yeah, happy birthday.
Today here in Liberia. But
I rescued you.
I wish you were doing the show tomorrow.
Nobody, let me sing back. Just sing.
Oh, but
happy birthday, dear BB. Happy birthday to you.
Just for my song. Hold on, you just sing.
We wish you success.
Go ahead, American Idol.
God bless you.
Happy birthday to BB.
Happy birthday, BB.
We wish you all the best.
Happy birthday, BB.
Happy birthday, BB.
Your birthday.
Raymond, I saw certain comment on there. I hope
the only thing that we give me Iron Coast comment on the reason why right now I post something.
Raymond, I saw somebody need.
Raymond and somebody, you may coming for you.
Okay, so happy birthday to BB. We wish her all the best on behalf of the entire team here. She's a panelist on the show. She tries to most times come in, and sometimes she makes a contribution on the line. But we wish her all the best on behalf of the entire team. Happy birthday, BB. Celebrate well in grand style, and we'll have the party virtually. A virtual party inside. Thank you. So I want to say thanks to everyone, man, and it was a great show. We look forward to coming back here tomorrow to.
Vasco, you must come here again.
Thank you, and Vasco. Special thanks to you for coming, Vasco. Thank you for coming, boy.
We want for Vasco. Look, we want for Vasco to be on the show.
Not gonna work.
We want for Vasco to be on the show.
Everybody talking. I have to remove people now.
They say listen to BBC. Oh, they get war going on in Ukraine.
Why are men coming from work?
I'm confused. I see this year they confused. You know the Sakumo.
They are meant to. Why are you coming from a Sakumo tree discussion here? But I want to say thanks to everyone, man. It's been a great show.
Because man gave me articles too much comment, so that the reason why our post suffering, according to the finance minister.
Thank you. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nelson. Have a wonderful time. Yeah, bye-bye.
All right, so folks, we look forward to being here tomorrow again. Thanks to all of you for being a part of the show. I'm Nelson Colette. Thanks to the entire team. And again, happy birthday to you, BB. And bye-bye for now. Have a good night. Let's remember to keep the peace, because Liberia is all we have. Bye-bye.